All right. It is Monday, November 24th when we're recording this. Most likely, it'll actually probably come out later tonight because I have to leave early in the morning tomorrow morning, so I won't have time to do it tomorrow. So yeah, I'll probably have to get it up and out by tonight. But you went to Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
You went and you saw the F1 race.
Mm-hmm.
You also had to babysit a little bit, but you went to the sports book, watched some football there on Saturday, and then I guess it was Saturday night, right, that the race happened?
Yeah.
Okay, how was that?
It was so fun. Vegas is a sad, sad place.
Oh, is it?
But for a few days, very fun to be a part of. But
yeah, well,
it was great though.
So give us kind of a little bit of a rundown of what you did.
Flew in Wednesday, got picked up from the airport, drove across the strip, and you watched the race, right?
Yes.
Okay, so they go on the strip for the race. It's right there and down the middle of the main street in Vegas.
Okay.
But for the days leading up to it, they were starting to set up, but you could still drive on it. So we were like driving on what became the track.
That's crazy.
Which was wild. Yeah, I just looked around. It was very chill. Got dinner with a friend. Went to Old Vegas, to a casino with my uncle.
Sick. I haven't been to Vegas, so yeah.
Fun. Old Vegas was obviously what Vegas used to be, like Elvis time, and then they now have the Strip, which is like all the Caesars and Bellagio, all the brand new ones that are super crazy.
That makes sense.
But Old Vegas it looks like you're in a time machine. Like it's older, like sports bars all around and smaller casinos. I mean, they're still crazy. Like the place we went had a swimming pool, and it like was 360 degrees, and in the middle of the swimming pool was a giant shark tank, and so there were sharks swimming.
That's cool.
People could swim right there. It was nuts. That was fun. Thursday, picked up the rest of the crew and really just walked around a lot. Got breakfast down there on the strip, walked through like Caesar's Palace, and went to Mandalay Bay, like all those big ones right there. Went to a good restaurant, went to another casino, lost more money. Yeah, I was down 200 on the week.
You had fun.
But it was fun.
You had fun, yeah.
Friday, chill morning, hung out. I went to Topgolf too. They have a cool Topgolf there, like one of the bigger ones.
Very cool.
And yeah, Friday was chill. And then Friday night went to the qualifying race.
Okay.
It was drizzling and cold. It was really cold there this week.
What was the temp?
It was in the 50s.
Okay.
And so
yeah,
it felt good,
cold enough.
But with the rain, it was pretty uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But that was really cool to see, sitting there by the Sphere. And then Saturday, hung out, went to a sports book. Time suck. I was in there. We got there right at the kickoff of the A&M game, and which that time started at 9 a.m. and I left at 2 p.m. and it felt like that. Went by so fast.
Do you remember you read Percy Jackson, right?
A long time ago.
You remember when they went into the Lotus? The White...
Oh, yeah.
I think it was called the White Lotus. I think that's what it was called. And they went in there and then they came, and it was like 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. Shout out that movie, too. Poker Face starts playing. That one of our friends, big fan of that song. Yeah. Anyway.
But I get what you're saying. It's like you lose track of time so easily.
Yes. Yeah.
Because like we went to the Paris Hotel, which is another big one there on the street, and you're indoors, but 24 hours a day, they have the entire roof, like through hallways, like through the entire building, is painted like a blue sky with white clouds, and it's well lit. So you could be there at 4 a.m. and it literally feels like you're outside, because they have like greenery and stuff.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
I bet there are people who maybe haven't left in weeks.
Oh yeah,
possibly. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, those are open 24/7. There are it's just as busy at 7 a.m. as it is later in the day. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
But yeah, and then Saturday night went to the race, and it was an incredible experience. It was really, really fun.
My thing about it, I've never done it because, one, I'm not as big of an F1 fan as some people, which my loss, I'm sure. But I've always thought, so the cars, I guess there's 50 laps, right? So you see them
on the track, yeah.
So where were you sitting? Were you sitting kind of at the starting line?
No, we were right in front of the sphere, which wasn't the main straightaway. There were like 2 straightaways where they would really get up in speed. We were right in front of the sphere, which was one of the other straightaway.
Okay.
So they were flying. I mean, the main straightaway, I know, like, I think Lewis Hamilton had the fastest, not fastest lap, but like his car went the fastest at one point, and he was going like 226 or something. Good. Where we were at, they were probably flying like 190.
Jeez.
It was crazy.
That's
to
insane.
See. I mean, the wind, the car would go past and it's super loud. It honestly wasn't as loud as I thought it would be. Like, I didn't need earplugs or anything, but it was loud. And the wind, whenever they go past you, you'd literally like get hit with wind.
Yeah.
And we were really close. I mean, we were third row in these grandstands right there off the track. We were probably 15 feet from the track where the cars were driving.
Okay.
So we were right there close. It was sweet.
That is very, very cool.
But the one hard part of attending in person is that you get them for a split second and you see everything, but the rest of the track is so long that you can't really see what else is going on.
Yeah.
So they would fly past and we'd watch and you'd be freaking out. And then we would just turn around and they're broadcasting on the sphere the rest of the race.
Okay.
So we'd literally turn around and look at the sphere and see the updates, like the Stroll crash and everything. And then we'd see, they're about to make that turn. And we'd look here and they'd just right past. It was sick. It was really, really cool.
Because I was wondering how you watched the rest of the race, if y'all just had it pulled up on your phone or... Okay.
They have, in front of all the grandstands, they have like giant like screens, like jumbotrons. So you can watch from your seat, except we were right there on the track, so we didn't get that, but we got the sphere right behind us. So
okay.
We just watched there.
Man.
It was sweet, though. Because Drive to Survive, you haven't watched that, have you?
I've watched a little bit of it.
Okay. I like meeting people there, and the people were so nice. It was also like the demographic was crazy because...
Yeah, I'm sure.
I mean...
all over.
Like, I was talking to my aunt who went, and she was like, I kind of just expected, like, NASCAR. Not the NASCAR type. It is all these
seems pretty
rich,
high end,
like, European people. I mean, like, I felt like I was in the minority as a white person in America, which is weird. But everyone was super nice and talkative and everything, and they would ask me about my fandom, and I'm like, gotta be honest, I'm kind of like a Drive to Survive fan. Like, I don't have, like, a strong allegiance to any one driver, but I have a few that I like, and I don't follow one team. I just kind of follow, and I'm entertained.
Did they spit on you? Was that?
No, they were like, that's that's what made the sport blow up here in America.
That's good that there's not like purists who are like.
I'm sure there's definitely like super fans. They're like, frig, Ferrari.
All the new, whatever, the casuals,
But no, here in America, it's mostly casuals. So everyone's in the same boat, and they're like, we're just happy you're here. It is really fun.
That's so cool, yeah. So I watched it because I can't remember which football game I was watching, but it came on after that game finished, and I was like, might as well just keep watching. They had the guy who goes up and down the strip and like interviews famous people.
Entertaining.
Very entertaining.
He's the best.
Yeah, he was awesome. They interviewed I don't even know his actual name, but it was James Pierce, JP, the guy from F1.
The F1 movie, yeah.
Yeah. And he was there, which they kind of had a cool interview with him. Who else did they interview?
Terry Crews.
Okay, I didn't see that one. I saw them interview, I think, is it Cynthia? Is that
Cynthia
her real name?
Erivo.
Okay, yeah.
From Wicked?
Yes.
There were a lot, the stars were out. Mark Wahlberg was there. Dang. Beyonce and Jay-Z were there. It was crazy.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Did you, because your family got these tickets because they work. What is it? What does
My
he
uncle
do?
works. He helps set up for all these
Okay.
big events. So he like did the Super Bowl. Like his job is the work part for him is the setup process,
Mm-hmm.
and then he basically for this event. So a lot of the time he has to work during the events too,
Mm-hmm.
and after. But this was a lighter one for him. Like he wasn't the guy in charge of it, so he got to sit and watch and everything. To be honest, we snuck in basically.
Really?
Like he had passes, like employee passes
Mm-hmm.
that we got to put on that got us in. And once we were in, we were good. We just had to find a place to sit.
Mm-hmm.
And so those grandstands where we weren't assigned seats.
Okay.
So we could just go and sit there.
Gotcha. Did Reed, did he have to use a trench coat and
No,
stand
they
on someone's
did
shoulders?
question, though, whenever we pull up on the cart, because we're going into like an employee-only area. And the security guard or police officer is like, "What are y'all here for?" We're like, "Oh, we're here with United, which is the company."
Mm-hmm.
And then we were just going quick, not like running past him,
Mhm.
but like, "Oh, we're here for United." Scan in. Thank you. Just go.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun.
That is fun.
It was really cool, and it really because again I watched Drive to Survive and loved it, and then the year after I watched Drive to Survive, I really followed that season close. But I didn't really have much of an allegiance,
Mm-hmm.
and I followed less the last couple of years. I've still kept up with it, like checking the standings and everything, but not watching every race because most of the race times are at like 7 a.m.
Yeah.
But I think I'm gonna find my guy or find my team. That's the weird part. Is it's like following. It's normal to follow people. Like, you hear now, like, LeBron fans. It's like, oh, I'll just be a fan of whatever team LeBron goes to. That's not as normal,
Mhm.
But that kind of is the norm for F1.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I'm sure there are some people that have allegiances to, like, McLaren because they like the McLaren cars, but it's more so the people driving them.
Yeah, and I even want to say, again, I don't know a whole lot. I feel like the drivers are more like big name than the actual brand that they're driving
Oh,
for.
yeah.
Because if you're like, I could say I'm a Lakers fan, right? But then I would talk about Kobe, like LeBron, like all those guys who have come through and worn Lakers jerseys. But I feel like in racing, it's less about like, oh, I'm a Mercedes guy, and Lewis drove for, and also all these other guys. But it's more about like, I'm a Lewis Hamilton guy, and he's driven for Mercedes, this and this and that. So
Yeah,
it's kind of a cool. I like that though. I mean,
it is fun.
I think it's probably, that's why it falls kind of in that same category as like tennis, where, I mean, you talk to tennis players and they talk about the insane pressure that they're under, because if they make a mistake, like, it's not, you can't blame it on a team. You're not a part of a team.
Yeah.
It's an individual
You're
thing.
just representing the name.
Exactly.
Your name instead of like a organization's name.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I guess in total, right, I would say F1 is more of an individual sport than it is a team sport.
Oh, yeah.
Even though you have a duo.
Well, and with the duo, I mean, they're still competing against each other.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Which is a very interesting dynamic. Yeah, that's really cool. I watched all of the race. Yeah, I watched all of it. I probably stopped paying attention from lap like 35 to 47. But you're going to have to explain one thing to me, and that is,
Hopefully I can.
I saw Verstappen. Obviously, he crossed first. Second was, is it George?
George Russell.
George Russell.
Mercedes.
Or was it Lando that crossed? Or is he third?
Oh, you're talking about the end of the race.
Yes.
Yeah, so it was Verstappen won the race first. Then Lando was
Right.
second. And then George Russell was third. And then Kimi Antonelli
Okay.
for Mercedes was fourth.
Okay.
So the podium was Verstappen, Lando, Russell.
Okay.
And they did the whole podium thing, and they drove around the part of the track and all that. And then I woke up the next morning, and the news was that both McLarens, which are Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri, who finished in fifth either fifth or sixth, were disqualified.
Okay.
Because after the race, I'm not as big into this to fully understand it. I don't know the anatomy of these cars, but basically one of like their wings, everything is super like particular, and there something about the wings that they had on their cars exceeded the maximum width allowed for an F1 car to race with. And so it was by, like, it had to be within or up to a certain amount down to the millimeter. And it was like Lando's car was over that maximum by like 0.2 millimeters or something.
No way.
And Piastri's was like 0.26 or something like that. And so they were both disqualified because post-race their cars were investigated, which is normal. And they measured that and said that's why it took hours, because they're doing the most like specific measurements imaginable. And so they were both DQ'd. So and even though on the podium Lando was second and Antonelli was fourth, after the DQ, Russell moved up to third. Antonelli, who finished fourth, moved up to third place.
Wow. Okay. And what was I going to say? So basically that happened in the F1 movie, right? There was some, like, someone snitched on them about the things that they were using or whatever. Yeah. And I guess you might not be able to answer this. Why don't they check it before the race, and why is it after?
This is where I don't fully know enough, but I'm going to say it as if I do.
Okay.
The wings I believe it was the wing, those are replaceable. They are investigated before, but like say that you have a minor collision, like you clip a wall and your wing needs to be replaced. You can do that at a pit stop in like 1 extra second of time.
Okay.
Or maybe not 1 second, but very short amount of time, enough to where it doesn't change much.
Okay.
So I'm sure in that case, if it was knowingly, which they're all so specific, it had to be knowingly. They had the correct measurement wing on during that investigation, and then it was replaced later.
Interesting.
But I mean, you're talking millimeters. Like, yeah. The smallest adjustment.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, because I can't imagine how that whole situation plays out, right? Because if you're the team, you know how rigid these things are. In F1, I mean, this is the top of the top. So these guys, this is, all the pressure's on them to get these things right. So for them to make this kind of mistake, I would assume that maybe I'm assuming wrong, it would have to be they did it knowingly trying to get an advantage, and then, but also, yeah, how would that not show up at the beginning of the race? Because it would make sense, I feel like, for them to be like, this wing isn't correct, you need to fix it before the race. They fix it, and then it's good, rather than like, you get to then just telling them, hey, build your car, the parameters, and then afterwards being like, now we're going to check it now that we know that you got this. Because that way you avoid this thing of someone got third, but they get disqualified. Interesting. That is...
it's crazy.
That's fascinating. And then so at the very beginning, they kept flashing this thing at the top, and it was like, I think it was like...
FIA.
That there was like a crash incident, and it was like under investigation. Can you just explain, like, do you know anything about how they rule, like, this was a valid crash?
I mean, I don't know the parameters around it, but basically they investigate to assign blame. So like, if it's obvious that like one person ran into the other and the other did nothing wrong, then the person who caused the collision will have a penalty. So like, there was someone, Alex Albon, I think, he had ended up having a 5-second penalty.
Okay. Because
there was something that they investigated, and they ruled that he was at fault, and so he received a penalty for it mid-race. Okay. So, and that happens not just with collisions, like, because there's like on turns, there's the checkered red and white that they would like drive over on the turn. So like, I believe the rule is that some part of at least one side of your car has to always be in between that and the track.
Okay.
So you can't fully go to the left of it if it's a right turn.
Okay.
And so, like, if they investigate something and say you cut a corner and they see that you didn't stay on that checkered part, then they'll assign a penalty or something like that. But it's
Okay.
all done live. And then there's some that are done post-race.
That's so interesting. Okay, this is my last question.
Mm-hmm.
They kept mentioning, I think it was like DRS. Is that like a button that they have on their steering wheel that...
I think it's a button,
Okay.
but it's drag reduction system. So there's only certain areas you're allowed to use it, and it's on long straightaways. And it basically, I believe it's a button or maybe a switch or something, but something happens with the car where it reduces the drag and you can go faster.
Okay.
But you can only use it in designated areas.
That totally makes sense.
So like they probably said on TV, like they're entering the DRS zone.
Yes.
That's where you're allowed to use it.
Okay.
And that's whenever they really get up. The DRS zone is where they go the fastest on the whole track.
Because they kept, they were showing like battery life of the DRS. And I don't know, I feel like that has to be like you only get a certain amount of...
That makes sense.
Like everyone gets it. Because there's no way that they can't just make that like for the whole race. I don't think that... Unless I just don't know how that stuff works. I would assume that they would be able to find a way for it not to be an issue of like, oh, we're out of juice. It's instead like a regulated thing of like you can only have this much amount of time. But
yeah, I don't know if that's like enforced by the FIA, like the investigative people, or if like the car only can do a certain amount. And so you have to be like strategic when you use it. Like, oh, you know that you can play defense on this straightaway so that you don't need to use it right now. But if you're trying to overtake, it's like, okay, this is a moment where we're going to use it. So you can go faster than the car in front of you and pass them.
Yeah. Okay. That's so interesting.
It's very fun to follow. And again, my knowledge is very beginner with it. It's really just from like 2 years of watching races and watching Drive to Survive. That's really the extent of my knowledge on the sport, but it is very fun. And the event itself makes it so much fun too. Like they put it on really, really well.
Then I'll
have concerts and stuff, even qualifying.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Like the night of qualifying, it was Machine Gun Kelly. And the night of the race, right before, like literally up until like 20 minutes before the start, it was T-Pain. So that was fun.
Nice.
Heard the like Boots with the Fur song as they're about to start and everything.
Yeah.
But it was very, very fun.
That's awesome.
I definitely, because that's the first one I've gone to. I mean, it's been in Austin forever and I never cared enough to spend that much money to go. I'm going to the Austin race next year.
It is funny. The first time you've gone to F1, you went to the Vegas one and not the one that's
right here
in our backyard.
So.
Yeah. That's awesome. I will have to make it out to the Austin one as well.
You need to. It's a lot of fun. And I mean, even for me, like, I mean, I watched the show, so I have a little bit more knowledge than you on it, but not by much. For anyone, I think I'd even put myself in like the novice, beginner, whatever you call it, understanding, and it was still such a blast. So I think if you like sports, but you don't really know much about F1, you would have a fun time and think it's really cool.
Okay. I felt, honestly, me not knowing a ton about F1, I think made the F1 movie so good. Because I'm sure it's a little bit like if you're a football fan, you watch a football movie and you're like, yeah, that can't happen. That never happens or whatever. So you could kind of blur the lines of reality and movie. But, I mean, that movie is coming out on Apple TV December 12th. I'm watching that thing probably multiple times because
it's so good.
So sick. And also, I mean, I have an immense respect for, I mean, it's probably, I can't compare the two because I've never done either, but I would assume the level of focus that you need to do 50 laps in an F1, it's got to be like you're doing brain surgery for 50 laps, right? Because you're going 200 miles per hour at some points, but you're trying to take turns, you're trying to, get around people. I also think it's honestly like gamesmanship, right? Because if you're being passed, right, obviously they could just like ram the other guy or cut him off, but like there's kind of a certain point where it's like, crap, he's gonna pass me. I gotta let him by, right? And you let him by and you keep going. So
it's intense. I do think the margins are so thin. I mean, we're literally talking millimeters in a wing on the car and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I mean, with how fast they're going, like the fastest lap, you get points for if you do the fastest lap each race in the standings. And I mean, those are separated by whatever hundredths of a second.
Yeah,
and stuff. So it is every turn, every straightaway, every pass matters. So it's pretty sweet to follow.
That's super sick. Well, this weekend I got to clean up poop. Somebody just missed the toilet.
No way.
At work.
That's
and
insane.
Literally,
and
it's
our janitor's still gone. Isn't
yeah. So I walk in there and I'm like, well, I cleaned it yesterday, right? Like I mopped the floor yesterday. Surely nothing has happened in 24 hours. Poop. And someone had like tried to clean it up. So there's like toilet paper like sitting on top of it. So it's just this like big mess. So I got the mop bucket, cleaned it up, threw that thing out, burned it.
That's insane.
I don't think
That's nasty.
I don't think anyone should have to deal with that. But yeah, just a public service announcement. Poop goes in the toilet. Let's say. Let's make a new rule, okay?
That's crazy.
Golly. I didn't know you had to. I don't think. Yeah, I guess potty training. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. It was probably a little kid. It had to have been a little kid.
You hope.
Unless, did you ever hear about people, what is it called? Aerial dump?
Oh, yeah.
That's what honestly, that was kind of my suspicion. That's that
crazy.
we have some thrill seekers trying to, what was the name? Was it aerial dump?
I forget what it was called, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, because I know there's aqua dump.
Mm-hmm.
I've never done that.
This is crazy content to be putting out.
I mean, I had to be honest. That's what I had to do. Yeah, well, you were going to Vegas. I had to deal with that. Trying to think of. I mean, I think that was the highlight of the weekend for me. So, okay. This has been a long intro, but here's what we're going to do today. We're going to recap. We have the week 13 games, which honestly, probably it's been a really good year of college football. So this weekend, it wasn't like I didn't sleep through all these games, but probably the worst weekend we've had in total. We'll go through the games though. There was one, I think the Utah game was the best game of the weekend. I don't know if you got to see any of that, but I cannot believe Utah won that game the way it was trending. We'll talk about the NFL, talk about a few about the Bears, Chiefs, Cowboys game. There's some stuff to talk about there. I'll recap AC Milan. They had a big win this weekend against Inter Milan in the Derby. We'll talk about that. And then I don't think I have any movies or books that I have to recap. Yeah. I guess, have you watched any more of Pluribus?
No, I haven't.
What episode are you
I
on?
finished the second.
Okay, I watched the third episode last night. And I think the fourth one is out. And it's the fifth one that we're waiting on.
Yeah.
It's we'll talk about that. That'll be our thing. And then honestly, we're gonna do week 14 preview. And then I think that's all we'll have for this week. We'll wish y'all a happy Thanksgiving. We'll get on out of here. Again, we were recording early because I am leaving early to go see family. Probably won't be recording this early in the week, but maybe we'll switch it. We'll just see how it goes. But yeah, with that being said, we've got some things to do today. Okay, Arkansas at Texas. Thoughts?
Yeah, that was a beatdown. I didn't get to watch a whole lot of that one because I was getting ready to go to the race.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, I love Taylor Green. He's so good. It's a shame that
He
he's
is.
on the program he's on.
Such a shame. Yeah,
But-
go ahead.
Yeah, but their defense is just so bad.
Yeah.
So bad.
And Arch, I think, is getting a lot better.
Oh, 100%.
I think he's hitting his stride. It's really great to see, honestly. I'm happy for him. But verbal meme, Beetlejuice, what are you doing here? Just hanging around. That was Arkansas in the first half, because I believe it was 24-20 at halftime. But I can't remember how Texas got that field goal, but I feel like Arkansas had a chance. Yeah, they had a chance to score points to go up, and then I believe something happened. I think either interception or just forced to punt, and Texas got the ball back, drove down, scored a field goal, and then I scored another touchdown. I think Arkansas got a field goal after that, and then it was just like touchdown. So Arch is hitting his stride. Good to see. I think so. Let me peek this box score real quick. I'm gonna see how many times he had to throw, because that Texas defense did look. Now, granted, Arkansas's offense is legit. Just because they're 2-9, don't be fooled. Okay, he didn't have to pass that much. He went 18 for 30, 389 yards, 4 touchdowns. Wow. Yeah. Pretty good stat line.
That'll work.
Very good stat line. Weisner had 15 carries for 67 yards. Baxter had a couple carries. They only had 97 rushing yards. So, yeah, it was really on Arch throwing the ball. Texas's defense let up 300. Oh, man. They let up 188 yards on the ground and then 324 yards in the air. So that's about 500 total yards of offense. Yeah, I don't know where the rush defense for Texas went.
I mean, yes, I get what you're saying, but I think that Arkansas can really get it going on anybody.
You think so?
I mean, Washington and Green are electric.
Yeah.
I think that's more of an Arkansas thing than a Texas thing.
Okay.
How their rushing was going.
Yeah, their offense is. I mean, it's top 5, I believe, in the country in offensive efficiency. If it's anywhere close to what it was a couple weeks ago. You're right, though. I think Taylor Green's ability to run the ball, it's just kind of like the Marcel Reed effect in the sense of, as a defense, you have to play the read option, but you also have to cover on the back end. So you have to pick your poison, and Taylor Green's really, really good. So he's probably going to make you pay a good amount of the time. So I think you're right. I think it was just a tall order to stop that Arkansas offense. Yeah, this one isn't as close, but Arkansas, if you look at all their games, I mean, they lost by 1 to LSU. They lost by a touchdown to Ole Miss. They lost by a touchdown to Mississippi State, I believe.
3 to A&M.
3 to A&M. And then I'm sure I'm missing 1 or 2 other close ones. So it's just been a tough season for Arkansas. Hopefully y'all find a really good coach. Maybe y'all just hire Bobby Petrino, honestly, because, I mean, he's a good offensive mind, but
They're not going to.
Has there been any word on?
It's going to be probably one of those G5 guys.
Okay.
Or a coordinator.
Okay.
I think Petrino's a really good coordinator, and I know they've had heartbreak, and we're not put in a position to do well from the start. But the fact, I mean, he's he hasn't won a game as their interim is
Yeah.
rough. So it's probably looking like an Alex Golesh or a Ryan Silverfield.
Yeah.
Coaching staff.
I wouldn't hate either of those guys. But yeah, Texas, Arch is playing, I feel like, peaking. He's playing good football right now.
Mm-hmm.
Playing with a lot of confidence. It'll be interesting to see what it would look like this week,
Mm-hmm.
being at home against A&M. But yeah, overall, I took away from this game. I think the big thing was that Arch is playing really well.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Missouri at Oklahoma.
Oof.
I didn't write down the final scores this week.
17-6, I believe.
Yes, you're right. 17-6. Bo did not look. He didn't have a great day. I don't have a stat line pulled up, but yeah, not pre-injury Bo Prabula for sure.
Both those offenses are rough.
I know. It was because it was like second quarter, I think, when OU scored a touchdown, and Mizzou had a field goal in the first quarter. So, and OU, I guess they scored did they have another defensive touchdown, or am I making that up? I think I'm making that up.
I think you are.
Yeah. But yeah, it was just kind of a defensive-ish battle, but OU was, they were in the lead. They looked like they were handling it pretty much the whole time or had it in the bag. So, Oklahoma is 9-2.
Yep.
9-2. They have a very good chance of getting into the playoff.
Mm-hmm.
Mizzou.
We'll find out tomorrow, but I think as of right now they're in.
Okay.
It just comes down to can they win their last game.
I would think that they were in. They are in as well. Missouri, on the other hand, I think I saw a stat. They are undefeated against non-ranked opponents and haven't beaten a ranked opponent yet this year. So, kind of how it was last year, where you play the teams you're supposed to beat, you win. You play ranked teams, you're not able to get it done. Yeah, as a fan, I mean that limbo it's hell. It sucks. But yeah, OU on offense though, that is the one thing. Their defense is so good; it's been scoring them points. But their offense has yet to really round into form. Yeah. Any other thoughts on this one?
Not really. I mean, if OU is 10-2, they will be in the playoff, and deservingly so. And John Mateer is a very good quarterback. We saw what he was capable of, especially pre-injury. I don't see them going very far in the playoff with the other offenses looking the last couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, that's why you play the games.
Yeah.
Play it on the field, not on paper.
Yeah. I think their defense is good enough to get them it's been good enough to get them this far against really good teams. So I think they always have a shot. The problem is that you're just walking a tightrope there. You're walking on thin ice. Eventually, whereas A&M's been able to play complementary football, and it's like the offense is letting you down, defense steps up, vice versa. If the defense were to have a bad game, can the offense? We just haven't seen it yet. Yeah. So it doesn't mean it can't happen, but we just haven't seen it yet. So still waiting on that.
Here's a take I have. OU is an identical team this year to Texas Tech.
Wait, say that again? They're the same team, is what you're saying?
OU and Texas Tech are the same.
I
think they're both really good teams. I think they're both elite defenses, two of the best defenses in the country.
Mm-hmm.
I think if Texas Tech were in the SEC, they'd be in the exact spot OU is in. And I think if OU is in the Big 12, they'd be in the exact spot Texas Tech is in.
Interesting.
That's my take.
I was under the impression that Texas Tech's offense can score some points. And I guess OU's can't do the same. So, yeah, I see what you're saying.
I just don't know if I trust Baron Morton. And post-surgery for Mateer, I don't know if I trust him as much anymore. And that sucks, but that's just how it's looked.
Yeah.
But I think both of the offenses are capable. That they don't seem to always show it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Not a ton of explosive plays.
Yeah. And I'm saying that not as a shot to either of them. I'm saying it as a respect to both of them. Because, I mean, I've been talking good about Tech all year. And I was high on OU, especially before Mateer got hurt. But, yeah, I feel like they're the same team.
Yeah. I can see it. I think they're in the same kind of family when it comes to they have similar styles in winning games. Yeah, I guess I see what you're saying because against BYU, it was a little sloppy there at the beginning, going back and forth. But that defense just stuffed BYU in a locker. I want to say Texas Tech offense has been a little bit more consistently able to score points. But to be fair, they're also playing, one's playing an SEC schedule, the other's playing a Big 12 schedule. So I think there's a little bit of a difference there. Yeah. Okay, let's move on to Louisville at SMU. To be honest, I have this game written down. I don't even know who won. Oh, no, I do know. Yeah, SMU won. They won by a lot.
Yeah, it was kind of BTA.
Yeah. Honestly impressive because, Louisville beat Miami. So yet again, ACC strikes again. We just don't know what will happen. But SMU, only one loss in conference. With Georgia Tech losing, now I believe it's SMU, Virginia, and I don't know. I should have prepared the ACC the way it's going to shake out here. But let's go. Okay, so Virginia 6-1 conference, Pitt 6-1 in conference, SMU 6-1 in conference, Georgia Tech is 6-2. So if UVA, I believe, is in the quote-unquote driver's seat. They play Virginia Tech. Pitt plays Miami this week, so that's going to be tough. And then SMU plays Cal. So most likely ACC championship is going to be SMU versus Virginia. Is how it looks like it's going to.
How everyone saw it preseason. What everyone thought.
Yeah, exactly. UVA, yeah. So, but yeah, this game, SMU dominated. I guess they have a chance to get into the playoff at this point. Yeah, if they win the ACC, they have a chance. They would probably be a better conference champion than JMU, I would assume. Anything else on this game? It was kind of, yeah. USC at Oregon.
That start of the game was electric.
Very good start to the game. Both offenses were cooking. And then Oregon kind of took over. That defense, I believe, forced, can't remember how many interceptions. Was it 2? I think it was. I remember 1. Don't know if it was 2. But then Dante Moore and I believe it's Malik Benson. They took over down the stretch, and Oregon ended up winning by a pretty solid margin. I believe it was 24-42, 41, something like that. Oregon is now very much in the driver's seat for a at-large college football playoff spot. USC, at this point, it's going to be,
pretty impossible.
I think they're out, yeah. With 3 losses and no chance of getting into the conference championship, I think it might be wraps for USC. Yeah. Anything big on this one?
Not really. I was hoping USC could pull it out.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see Lincoln Riley go off on the reporter postgame?
No, I didn't see that.
He went off on a reporter postgame.
What was the question?
A reporter asked something along the line. There were like signs for game day, like making fun of him,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like, it was something along the lines of like, how much attention do you pay to like these jokes people make about you and like not take you as like a serious threat? And he was like, I think almost word for word, it's like, I think that's the dumbest question I've ever been asked from the podium. Like, that's embarrassing. And that's all he said.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it is kind of like I get that the guy's just trying to get a quote out of him,
Mhm.
but I mean, what do you think is kind of the thing? Yeah, but good job, Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
College football playoff bound. Pitt at Georgia Tech. I'm looking at these picks that I had. I only got one wrong, and we'll get to it later. But I did pick Pitt this week.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, I'm standing with my Georgia Tech pick. I did think Pitt would win the game, but I was just trying to get some magic going for my Yellow Jackets.
Yeah.
But did not work.
There was magic in was it the second quarter or was it the third quarter? It was whatever quarter it was when there was the 100-yard pick six. That because Pitt, I believe, goes up. Was it 20? Was it 21 or 28-0?
I don't remember. I didn't get to watch that one.
Oh, okay. I believe it was 28-0. Georgia Tech scores 2 touchdowns to make it 14-28. Comes out. I believe they're trying to make it a 7-point game. And yeah, because it's 14-28. They're on the goal line. I can't remember what down it was. Haynes King drops back in the pocket, doesn't see the linebacker drop as well, throws it straight to him. He takes it to the house. It's 35-14 at that point. And then Georgia Tech, they tried to claw their way back, but Pitt was able to just muster up enough, I don't know, clock management, trying to run out the clock. They didn't do a great job. It seemed like, oh, the fake punt. That's right. Pat Narduzzi called a fake punt, and they didn't get it. And I think that's when, I can't exactly remember how it played out, but they called a fake punt, try to get momentum back. I mean, they got stuffed. It looked like Tech. I mean, this was just going to be an A&M South Carolina situation where it just becomes like a reverse sweep the other way. And yeah, the 100-yard pick six was really the dagger, even though it was in the third quarter. At that point, it was just such a big hole to climb out of with not enough time. And that kind of seals Georgia Tech's season as far as college football playoff hopes and ACC title hopes, which is very, very sad to see because it was fun while it lasted. Let's just remember the good memories. Let's think back to let's picture ourselves. Where were you when Georgia Tech beat Clemson? I can't remember. I was probably at work.
I was at a wedding or on the way to a wedding.
Yeah. Clemson at this point, I think they're still ranked. Brent Key? Is it Brent? Brent Key celebrating on the field. Haynes King. Yeah. Electric stuff. Don't be sad because it's over. Smile because it happened. Yeah.
Yeah, they just couldn't stick with it. They couldn't keep it rolling long enough.
Yeah, the magic ran out.
And it wasn't because Haynes King slowed down. Man, he's been giving it everything he got.
I mean, he limps off that field every week.
Yeah.
Brent, he's like, oh, Haynes, you've got a broken leg. QB power.
QB power, please.
QB power 4 more times.
5 QB powers and 5 more QB powers.
Exactly. But yeah, Very sad for Georgia Tech. BYU at Cincinnati. BYU wins this game. I did not watch this at all. Good job, BYU. You are firmly in the driver's seat, or maybe not driver's seat, but you're most likely going to the Big 12 championship if you can win whatever game you're playing this week. Tennessee at Florida. BTA. Tennessee.
BTA.
Whooped that. Yep. Yeah, nothing more to be said about that one. And Duke at North Carolina. Shout out our Duke Blue Devil listeners. Sorry to all the UNC guys.
Yeah, that one.
There might be one that's listening. But yeah, it was this one was actually a good game. I saw the highlights. But yeah, Manny Diaz, man. Maybe, potentially Penn State's next head coach.
Apparently.
Is it legitimate? Okay, it's legitimately.
Well, apparently they've just missed on. It's not looking like they're going to get any of the guys they wanted. Between Signetti, Elko, Freeman, all of those. And they're looking towards Manny Diaz as of right now. Not their number one, but he's up there now for sure.
Well, I would direct you to all the things that I have said about why I didn't think it was a good idea to fire him. And I mean, it's gonna be real funny when Manny Diaz is coaching them to a 8-4 season next year, and everyone's gonna be wanting the James Franklin back. So that's what you get. That's what you get. Utah and Kansas State. We didn't pick this one. This was the best game of the weekend, I thought, though.
Yeah, that comeback was crazy.
Insane. Devin Dampier on 4th and 1 runs it all the way down to like the 3, and then they score it, and then I think Kansas State's trying to go the other way, and I believe, Avery Johnson throws an interception. But I forget what the running back's name was, though. He broke Darren Sproles' Kansas State record for most yards in a game. It was like he ran for like 320 yards.
That's crazy.
Which is insane because Utah's defense has been good this year.
Yeah. So
I don't know what was happening there, but
Deuce Vaughn didn't set any record like that.
Yeah. And because I think the record was like 290 or 280 yards or something like that. I'm curious, what do you think the A&M record is?
Isn't it Travion Williams?
It might be.
Or is that single season?
I'm going to find out in just a second.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Williams has the single season. He might have the single game.
Okay. It's actually pretty similar to the Kansas State one. And it is not.
Is it some old?
Yes.
Okay.
Bob Smith. Texas A&M's single game rushing record is 297 yards set by Bob Smith on November 11th, 1950.
Bro.
Against SMU.
That's crazy.
Wow. Shout out Bob Smith. If you're listening.
Yeah, Travion has the single season, which is 1,760.
Jeez. That is pretty good. Let's see, how old would Bob Smith be?
147 a game. Holy cow.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So let's see. 1950, he's probably like, let's just go 20. So 75 plus, yeah, Bob Smith. Hopefully he's still alive.
Yeah.
Love that guy. Yeah, college football news. As far as coaching, so those are all the games that I've written down.
Yeah.
Coaching. Have you been following the Lane Kiffin drama stuff?
Lord,
I haven't.
So much.
I'm just waiting for, because I think a lot of it is just people being like, he doesn't even know, I don't think.
Yeah.
So I think people are just.
And he's milking it, which is like, the entertainment factor is up, but Ole Miss fans are understandably very frustrated.
Yeah.
But apparently now it's been said that after the Egg Bowl is whenever something will happen.
Which makes me think that he's going to stay at Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he wouldn't like set a date. It would just be Lane Kiffin leaving for.
Yeah. I don't think it's set like they're doing a LeBron, like the decision. But I think because there was a report that said Ole Miss gave him an ultimatum where it's like, we need to know where you stand before the Egg Bowl.
Mhm.
And then shortly after, they said, and like after the Egg Bowl is whenever we know.
Okay.
But so, which points towards him staying. But his family, Landry was spotted at some LSU booster club this week. I know her husband, heck no. Her boyfriend is Whit Weeks, so that could be part of it. But his family has been seen in Gainesville and Baton Rouge, like touring high schools for Knox and stuff. And people have been following the private jet stuff, and they've been in both. So who knows? I get why Ole Miss fans would be frustrated because he's milking it pretty hard.
Yeah.
It seems like.
I mean, there's just because you're having a good season too. So unfortunately,
Yeah.
it feels like it's kind of taking away from that because, yeah, no one's really talking about the team anymore. It's where Lane's going. And also, if you were to leave, I mean, they would be in the playoff, right? And there would be an interim head coach coaching it, which is just crazy. To think about. Let's do a pick. Let's do a pick. We're going to be picking where Lane Kiffin is going.
Oh, I'll write this down.
I'm gonna write it down too.
Dang, it's so tough because it changes every day. It feels like.
Mm-hmm. I have my pick.
You have him staying.
Yes, I have him staying at Ole Miss.
See, for a long time, I was confident in my Florida pick. And then this last week, it seemed I was pretty confident it would be LSU. But it also could be him staying because of the whole timing of like after the Egg Bowl.
Yeah.
It really could be any of them. Apparently, they all three are going to offer about the same contract.
Okay.
It would be $13 million a year. But LSU, I think, was willing to add an extra year to get the total up to like 90-something million.
Okay. Golly.
Just for fun, as it stands right now, I'm going LSU.
Okay. Oregon State.
The one thing to expect, Oregon State. They just hired the Montana State head coach
Oh, really?
like 3 hours ago.
Oh, I did not know that.
They're not
Breaking
happy.
news.
Oregon State fans are not happy about
Really?
getting Montana State's head coach.
All 5 of them.
But
Yeah. What did the Arkansas? Lane Kiffin goes to
Imagine.
Arkansas.
Ryan Silverfield to Arkansas, and Ole Miss takes the Memphis job.
Or Sark takes the Giants job. Lane goes to Texas.
Lane goes to the Tennessee Titans, and they start playing in the NFL.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if they'd let him back in the state of Tennessee.
Mm-mm.
Josh Heupel fired, rehired Lane Kiffin.
Lincoln Riley, LSU. Lane Kiffin, USC.
I could see that. Sark, Elko, switch.
Trade?
They trade.
I would not want to.
I don't really.
Texas would fleece in that trade.
Yeah. Sark's not really built for College Station, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's not blue collar enough. He's a sip.
Sark goes to the NFL. Xavier Worthy becomes the head coach of Texas. Officially marries L'Oreal Sarkeesian, who he has a child with. She stays in Austin.
Breaking news.
Yeah, that's a good one too. I could see that.
Please credit us. Credit us with the finding of that one. Yeah. Is there any other? I don't think there are really any other. What about Auburn stuff?
It's looking like John Summerall.
Okay.
Right now.
Yeah, because I heard. Was it you? Did you say this last time where there was a player taking a visit? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that.
There was a Tulane wide receiver who decommitted today.
Mm.
And obviously, everyone's different. That could have just been a normal thing if he wanted to go somewhere else. But Auburn fans in the comments were like, he knows. He's coming to the Plains.
What did you think of his comment? Maybe this was an old video that I saw, but where he was just like,
We're not good.
yeah, if we're a top 24 team in the country, then yeah.
There's a lot of bad football out there.
Yeah.
That was funny. I feel like that is something, it's hard because you don't want to hear your coach be like, we suck.
Yeah.
It was like the sentiment is what you want to hear of like, I'm not pleased. We need to be better.
Yeah.
You always love hearing that from your head coach. The way he said it was kind of more like, I think he just thinks they suck.
Yeah. Yeah. That was what I took away from it. Of like, I get what he's saying, and people in the comments loved it. And I get what you're saying. You kind of want a hard ass as your coach, but not like, I don't know. Maybe not like saying that y'all suck, but more of just being like, we're not that's not where our focus is.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really care about these rankings. We're just trying to get better every day versus, yeah, we suck. We need to get better. I don't know. It's the same, but also different when it's your coach. So, but yeah, that's all I've got on this past weekend of college football.
Mm-hmm. We're entering like the best 6 weeks of the year. October is special because you start to get conference play and baseball playoffs and hockey starting up and all that. But just like overall time of year right now, where you start to get like rivalry week, conference championship, playoffs, NFL playoffs are coming up in about 6 weeks, and you get Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Yep.
I'm excited.
Yeah, the holidays mixed with sports,
coaching carousel, everything.
When's signing day?
Like February 5th or something.
Oh, okay. I thought there was
there's early signing day that comes up in December, I believe.
Okay.
And then official signing day is February, I believe.
Okay. Yeah. No, it's getting really, really fun. And then college basketball is kind of in the background, and you're kind of like, every once in a while you just see updates, but it kind of builds to where you can honestly, it's kind of interesting because it's going on in the background. And then as soon as football ends, it's like you've got conference play and then March Madness. It's like it's already here. There's no, we play, Banana Patch, Kentucky week 1. It's you're playing the Arkansas, the Kentuckys right after the college football playoffs. So yeah, we are getting into the best time of the year. That is for sure. Okay, let's talk some NFL. I have a couple things written down. You can talk about the Texans. I genuinely don't even know what happened with the Texans this week.
Like you don't know how?
Yeah, I don't know who they played.
Yeah, you do. I texted you about it. You responded.
Oh, yes, they played early.
They played Thursday.
They played Thursday. That's why I forgot. Because I was like, I didn't watch them on Sunday and see anything. Yes, the Texans. Does Josh Allen have a Texans problem?
Yes.
Kind of sounds like it.
Yes, he does. Did you watch any of that game?
I did not.
Thursday night? I mean, this isn't new, but the Texans' defense is so freaking good. And it's a shame that their offense isn't healthy enough and the O-line isn't good enough to like match that and make them a really, really good team. But they have the best defense in the NFL. I feel like that's not a crazy take at all.
Yeah.
They're first and they're top 3, I think, in every single category, and they're first in most of them.
The rankings that I go off of are the little numbers.
Fantasy?
On the bottom of the fantasy players.
But they're so good. They have more interceptions than passing touchdowns allowed this season. Which is crazy.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that like passing touchdowns by C.J. Stroud.
Oh, that might be the case too, to be honest, considering he's missed the last 3 games, or 3.5 games.
Yeah.
It's
but that's still a crazy stat.
Yeah, they have 11 picks in 11 games, and they've allowed 10 passing touchdowns. So they're allowing on average 1 passing touchdown a game and averaging just over 1 pick a game.
Wow.
But Will Anderson, they sacked Josh Allen 8 times in the game. Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter are unbelievable. Kalen Bullock, you remember him at USC?
Mm-hmm.
He this is his 2nd season now. he had like statistically one of the best performances from a safety of all time, just stats wise in a 1-game sample size. I know, but because he had 2 picks on Josh Allen, and he forced a fumble, and he allowed like 1 catch for 7 yards or something.
Okay.
And he has the best coverage rate among safeties in the NFL this year. He's crazy. But Derek Stingley was an All-Pro last year. Like, you could just go down the list. Their defense is insane.
Yeah.
And yeah, they had Josh Allen in hell. But
yeah.
I love Josh Allen, just not this week, and that was pretty fun. And Davis Mills, man, 3-0 as a starter this season. Only undefeated quarterback as a starter.
Yeah. Impressive that he is just hopped right in, especially with the situation at offensive line.
Oh, yeah.
And been able to make it work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Feeling a lot better. I mean, I'm staying the exact same on the Texans that I have been all season. It has shifted though, because the defense was good and they've gotten like they've become officially like unbelievable. And the Colts have lost a couple games now.
Yeah,
and the Jaguars haven't looked as good. So like the Texans are legitimately right there for the AFC South still, which is crazy.
Wow.
Because they haven't played the Colts yet, so they play them twice. So obviously getting a head-to-head against them is huge. If they could win both of those, even splitting would be big, because the Colts, I think, have the hardest remaining schedule in the NFL.
Okay. Jeez.
The Jaguars haven't looked as good. We'll play the Jaguars again. But, yeah, they're right there for the AFC South again. Back from the dead, started 0-3, and then 2-5, another 6-5.
And potentially CJ could be coming back here soon.
Yeah,
so
should be this week.
Okay.
We get, I forget who we play next, but the Colts. We play the Colts on Sunday.
That'll be a good game.
That'll be a great game.
I might even watch that game.
Yeah, it'll be good. So,
okay. I was having a discussion with somebody whose name I won't mention, for their own sake. I am actually curious. You watch a lot more NFL than I do. You've also been paying attention a lot more intensely than I have over the past, 5-ish years. He was saying that he thinks Lamar Jackson is overrated and not even a top 5 QB.
That's crazy.
What do you think of that?
Crazy take.
I think I said, I was like, I don't. Again, I'm not maybe as knowledgeable on that, but I think that's a crazy take, because he was like, it's the classic Lamar's a running back. He's so athletic with his legs that he just doesn't have to throw down the field. So, but he's not a very good passer. And I was like, didn't he have the highest passer rating of all time, like a season ago when he won the MVP?
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying the quarterbacks that he would take over Lamar are Josh Allen, Joe Burrow. I don't know if he said Matt Stafford. He said, let's see, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Baker Mayfield. Had to be Matthew Stafford. And then who's the last one? I don't know. I don't remember who the last one.
He's not 7th.
But he said, that he would take 5 quarterbacks over him. And I said, what I was saying is, like, as a defense, though. Oh, I was like, defenses have to prepare for Lamar's legs, because, most quarterbacks, they don't have to deal with that as much. And I was comparing it to Baker and Lamar. And I was like, the anxiety in the defensive room when preparing for Lamar is more than when they're preparing for Baker. And he was like, yeah, but it's not a difference enough, Baker's legs and Lamar's, to where it's like they prepare differently. And I was like, I think his legs are so good that it opens up maybe the passing lanes more, but it's also just like nobody can get a clear shot. He's like, I would argue, right, probably the shiftiest guy in the league from just like an athletic standpoint. Maybe that's too much, but yeah. I thought that was crazy.
I don't even fully identify with this crowd, but it is a different conversation if you're like, I don't trust him in the playoffs because his playoff record is so terrible.
Mm-hmm.
That's different, and there are a lot of factors that go into that. So I'm not sure if I would say that, but he's a top 5 quarterback.
Does he play bad? Has he played bad in those games that he's lost, or has it just been crazy games?
Some have been crazy games. Some of them have just been not great performances by him.
Okay.
But again, they're playing a playoff team. You kind of assume that means they're playing a good defense.
Yeah.
I don't know. But no, Lamar he won 2 straight, right? MVPs.
I know he's won 2. I can't remember if
I'm the biggest Josh Allen fan in the world. I love Josh Allen. I'm glad he got it last year. Lamar deserved it last year. So that should have been a 3rd.
Yeah, because he was first team in the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was all pro. He deserved it.
Yeah.
But no, Lamar's incredible.
Yeah.
And also looking at he hasn't had a whole lot of help. I mean, I know they have Derrick Henry for the last 2 years, and Derrick Henry's obviously incredible on the ground. But Zay Flowers is really good, but he's not. I don't know. He's not an upper tier wide receiver 1 though.
Mm-hmm.
And they've kind of just put together we have Deontay Johnson for 8 weeks this year, and we have DeAndre Hopkins for a few weeks this year and stuff. So he's done it consistently with not a whole lot of help. He had Mark Andrews, who lost them their playoff game last year against the Bills.
Yep.
I don't know. And Mark Andrews is good. I say he was another weapon, but he's obviously not unbelievable.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
No, Lamar's top 5.
I think he's been consistent enough, or he's shown to be consistent enough without Derrick Henry.
Oh, yeah.
To where you can't be like, oh, well, it's because he has, it's because of the pieces around him, whatnot. But yeah, I just think I thought that was crazy. I had to confirm with somebody who also knows. Okay. Chiefs beat the Colts.
Overtime.
That was a good game.
It was. I fell asleep.
And what Chiefs not dead.
They're not dead yet. They would have been dead if they would have lost that game.
Yeah, they might have.
The Colts. I love the Daniel Jones story, and Jonathan Taylor is obviously unbelievable. I am worried about the Colts going forward.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking my Texans fandom out of it because I do want the Colts to lose because I'm a Texans fan. But there was some concern there of they had the easiest schedule the first 7 or 8 weeks, and they were really good. And I'm happy for Daniel Jones. And now they have one of the hardest back ends of the schedule, and so this was not a good start to that.
Yeah. Where
you look forward and you still have, not like the Texans are elite, but you have the Texans twice, which is kind of a rivalry, and you have the 49ers left and they're getting healthy, and you have the Seahawks, I think. So it's gonna be a tough go the rest of the way. But
yeah,
Chiefs aren't dead. Chiefs are never dead until the playoffs start and they're not in it.
Yep.
So
yeah, if they make it into the playoffs,
it's all who knows?
It's all water under the bridge. Not a great start, when you've played an easier schedule and then you kind of stifle that momentum, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
Chiefs, on the other hand, they needed it big time.
Yeah.
And that might be an understatement. So, big win for the Chiefs in overtime. Cowboys come back against the Eagles. That was a good... I watched all of that game, actually.
I turned it on when it was 21-7. And
okay.
I watched through the end. And that ending, the last couple minutes was ridiculous.
Yeah, because I was at work and I had nothing to do but watch this game. And Eagles go up by 21 points. And then they don't score a single point after that. Cowboys, George Pickens made some crazy catches. CD had a couple, he was kind of so-so. He had a couple drops that were like, what's happening? He had that one really, really big pass. Who else? I'm trying to think of. there are any other the Cowboys just found a way to win.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon Aubrey, he did miss a 50-yard field goal earlier in the game, but then comes back and kicks the game winner. I guess it was like a 40-something yard field goal, but still.
Mm-hmm.
Very
he's insane.
He is.
I was shocked. It was a 51-yarder. That's not a gimme.
Mm-hmm.
But I was shocked when he missed that because I don't know if I've ever watched live him miss a field goal.
Yeah, just a little to the left. Speaking of field goals, did you see the Detroit field goal to?
Oh my gosh, where it curved left.
I don't understand how.
The physics of that.
Because I didn't watch that live. I watched the highlights, but when I saw it get kicked on the highlights, I was like, "There's no way that's staying in." But I know they won this game.
Yeah,
and it just kind of held left.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, shout out. I think it's Jake Bates.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's my fantasy kicker. So
yeah.
Thank you, Jake. Well, actually, Jake, you beat me this week.
Oh, I did?
Yeah, you worked.
To be honest,
me.
I don't even know if I checked my lineups. I hope I did.
You worked. You scored like 150 points this week.
Okay. Yeah, I was distracted. I didn't even think of it until last night.
Yeah. I had Josh Allen as my quarterback, so
Ooh, that's tough.
That didn't help.
Oh, Wan'Dale Robinson at 31.
Yep.
Oh, also we have to talk about Jameis.
We do. That play, I saw the highlights.
Did you see the two?
I saw the catch, stiff arm, running the end zone, the dance.
Well, they did it wasn't a flea flicker, but it was like a double reverse pass that went back to Jameis, and he just geared up 50 air yards just straight to Wan'Dale for a touchdown.
Okay, I did see that.
He had a receiving touchdown on a trick play, and he had a passing touchdown on a trick play. That was like a bomb.
So happy.
I love Jameis,
so happy.
dude.
I watched that play like 10 times.
Yeah.
That
he's legit one of my favorite players of all time.
You can tell
athletes of all time.
He's so fun, and everyone you could see everyone on his team when he scored that touchdown, they were all like dying laughing.
Oh,
and it's just the stiff arm spin move, catch touchdown from Jameis. I mean, yeah, that's
he's
awesome.
The best. He's gonna get $1 billion contract to work for like Fox.
Oh,
and just like a sideline reporter. Oh my gosh!
I will watch. I will tune in every week. Jameis, if you want to come on this podcast, we'll figure out a contract.
I'll give you everything I have.
We'll give you everything. Yeah. That was my favorite moment of the weekend from the NFL was seeing Jameis Winston stiff arm somebody into the ground and score a touchdown. And Bears win. Did I say that? I think I maybe led with that. Do you have anything else from the NFL weekend that you want to talk about? Those were the things that I wrote down in the time that I had.
I think those are the main ones. Oh, I don't like to be a hater. I'm the world's biggest JJ McCarthy hater.
Oh man.
9. So bad, dude. Hold on. I got to show you this.
Was who'd the Vikings play?
I don't even remember.
It wasn't
Packers.
Oh yeah.
Packers. Here. This is a blind resume.
Okay.
Player A and player B.
I'll read it.
Yeah.
I'll read it for the listeners. All right, blind resume. Through their first 6 games, player A, passing yards 929, touchdowns 6, interceptions 10, sacks 20, passer rating 57.9. Player B, passing yards 1,051, touchdowns 5, interceptions 3, sacks 16, passer rating 76.9.
Who do you think A and B are? You can guess who
who
one of them is.
Yeah, I think A is going to be 9.
Yep.
And then B.
Here, you probably don't know this guy. He's labeled the biggest NFL bust of all time.
The biggest NFL bust of all time.
He was a number 1 overall pick. It was a while ago. It was like he didn't play while we were watching. but you probably recognize the name.
He's a quarterback?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to guess it.
Jamarcus Russell.
Okay, I know the name.
Is labeled the biggest bust of all time. And those stats aren't even close. And it's a small sample size, I know.
Mm-hmm.
But considering 9 is working under Kevin O'Connell, who is viewed as like the quarterback whisperer. I mean, he single-handedly revived Sam Darnold's career last year. I mean, some people, I don't know if it's that big a difference. Some people say he did the same for Daniel Jones because Daniel Jones signed with them last year and was their backup. And now he's in Indy doing this.
Yeah.
But Kevin O'Connell, I mean, he took Case Keenum to the conference championship. He's done so much.
Yeah.
And it is bad.
Yeah.
It is really bad.
Well, now JJ, when he was at Michigan, he wasn't really known as a thrower. He didn't throw the ball a whole lot.
Not known as much of a runner either.
Yeah, no, he kind of was able to hand the ball. More often than not, he was handing the ball off to Blake Corum or that other guy that they had. They've had Donovan Edwards, yes. I don't know if the running back that they're currently toting around these days was there. I think he was. I'm blanking on his name.
Mm-hmm.
But
just hit Roman Wilson on a slant route.
Yeah.
4 yards past the line of scrimmage, and he get 30 yards yak.
Yeah, because that offensive line was so good that year, and Blake Corum was put on a show. So, yeah, I mean, that season, again, I mean, you can still be a good quarterback and be behind that, but I'm just saying, like, what you had to do to win, it didn't require you to put a ton of pressure on your arm or to kind of develop or learn those certain things. So he's kind of maybe doing that now, but it's against NFL veterans, guys who are getting paid millions of dollars. This is their professional job. It's kind of not the place to, it's kind of hard to learn, I guess, that way. You're going to get smacked in the face and lose some games. So, yeah, I guess I'm not super surprised, but obviously I'm rooting for him, but yeah. Yeah.
That's all the NFL I got, I think.
Okay. That's all the NFL I got. Okay. We're going to talk about some AC Milan. The Rossoneri was at it again on Sunday. They played Inter Milan in the Derby, and it was a fantastic game. The first half was back and forth. Inter honestly had a lot more chances to score goals in the first half. I believe it was in the first half where Lautaro Martinez, the ball gets crossed into the box. He has a great redirection kick. Mike Magnon, I don't know how he got to it, but he reacted in time and was able to deflect it off the near post. I'm trying to think. First half ended 0-0. There were a good amount of chances for sure, more on Inter's side. Also, I forgot to say, Christian Pulisic back starting for the first time since being injured in the international break game. Rafa Leao also starting. First time that those two had been starting in about 3 months. Rabiot was back. I don't know if I believe he started before this, but to have all those guys back and starting was great to see. In the second half, I can't remember when exactly we scored, but we intercepted a pass in the midfield, passed it out to Salamakers running down the right side. He kicks it, it was a great kick because it forced the goalie to try and push it wide. The thing was, as Pulisic was running on the backside, he was able to just, once it bounced off the goalie's hands, he was able to finish the job, score a goal. Christian Pulisic, I believe he's played 5 games and scored 5 goals. He's been so consistent. He is I mean, it's all relative, and there's probably a lot of bias in this, but he is for sure one of the best players in Serie A, and I don't know. He's very much making a case for being the best player in Italy at this point, with what he's doing, with how consistent he's been. I mean, it was like no time at all, and he's back in the lineup, and he's scoring goals, meaningful goals again. But yeah, after we scored, a little bit more back and forth. As Allegri likes to play, he's very defensive after they score a goal. I believe there was one other chance. I forget who it was who had a chance. But anyway, I can't remember again what minute it is. I don't have it written down. But shoot, I honestly don't know his name. Plays for Inter. He goes into the box. He tries to cross it. Pavlovic steps on the top of his foot. He's lunging, trying to stop the ball from being crossed. Steps on the top of his foot. Goes to VAR. Referee says it is a penalty kick. So here we go. We've got, I don't remember the guy who kicked it. I can't remember his name. But you got Mike Magnon. On the broadcast, it showed how this guy has shot, and I think the season he had shot 6 penalty shots. 5 of them have gone to the right side, if you're the goalie, and then 1 had gone to the left. So interesting because you see Mike Magnon, he doesn't line up in the center. He actually lines up just a little bit to the left. What he's doing there, at least I think, is he's kind of baiting him to shoot to the right because he knows that he likes to shoot to the right. So Mike Magnon hits him with he goes right and then left and then fully goes to the right, blocks the penalty kick. This guy, he was 21 for 22 on penalty kicks going into this. Also, I mean, if you don't watch soccer a lot, it is pretty rare that a keeper blocks a penalty shot. So, and remember, this is a 1-0 game. So, blocks the shot. They get a corner out of it. Corner goes nowhere. Continued back and forth, and Milan outlasts them to win the Derby. That makes it, I believe it's 6 straight wins. So not wins, but it's just draws or wins for Milan. Inter has not beaten Milan in, I believe, either a year and a half, maybe 2 years, which is so funny because Milan's season wasn't great last year, but they beat Inter whenever they played or they drawed. Inter had a great season. I believe they won I don't know how to say it, the Serie A championship trophy. Milan has now beaten Roma, who's at the top with 24 points. Milan currently sits in second. Number 2, I believe, is Napoli, and then Inter is 4th. Bologna, I believe, is 5th. AC Milan has beaten all of those teams. They've beaten all of those teams. They drawed with Juventus, and then they had a draw. And then they've drawed with a bunch of the teams at the bottom of the table, like Parma. They lost to Cremonese. I mean, they've played the big dogs well, and they've just, they haven't done enough to win against the teams towards the bottom of the table. But Milan, great season so far. Obviously, there's still more to go, but so far it has been very fun to watch. Again, I became a big fan last season, so last season was not great. So it is fun. The guys are having fun watching soccer. Anything to say?
Just wait till Burnley gets their money up. I just checked. They have a big game on Saturday, 9 a.m. Everyone watch. They really need this to, it looks like, avoid relegation.
Who are they playing?
Brentford.
Brentford. The chaps over in Brentford.
Who's 13th. Burnley sitting at 19th. They were 17th recently because I checked last week. So they must have had a bad week.
Okay.
But
it's probably the refs.
I guarantee it was. They hate to see JJ Watt up.
Seriously. But yeah, Job soccer. Thanks for delivering. Any NBA news that you would like to share with the class?
I really need my Spurs to get healthy because I'm getting frustrated.
Yeah. Did we did cover Wemby being hurt, correct?
Wemby.
Yes.
Harper.
Yes.
And Castle.
All of the guys are hurt?
None of them are major. They all should be back within the next couple of weeks, but
Okay.
it is still very frustrating having them all out. The only other NBA thing, obviously, Nikola Jokic and how unbelievable he's been the last few years.
Mm-hmm.
He's having arguably the best year of his career so far this season.
Really?
He leads the league in rebounds and assists, like per game and total.
Jeez.
And he's averaging a ridiculous amount of points. He's unbelievable, man.
All right. This is the 25-26 season. He's averaging, did you say 30 points?
I just said a ton.
Okay. He's averaging 30 points, 13 rebounds, 10 assists, and he's 62% on field goals. So he's averaging a triple-double right now.
Yeah. He's unbelievable, dude.
Golly.
He's crazy. So people are he's a player that, like, he lacks I don't know. Because he's an overweight Slovenian or whatever he is. He doesn't have like the Anthony Edwards dunks.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Like, you can say he lacks aura. But he's a player that, like, hopefully our kids one day will be like, oh my gosh, Nikola Jokic won 4 out of 5 MVPs in a 5-year stretch. And, like, he won a finals and a finals MVP. Like, he's one of the best players of all time. And we're going to be like, oh my gosh, like, he actually is. He's insane, dude. He should have won it last year. I stand by that take. And
I don't know.
He might win it this year. He's unbelievable. He's insane.
Oh my God, you don't know who Tim Duncan was?
Yeah. You have no idea how good Tim Duncan was.
That's going to be us.
He couldn't even dunk. Like, dude, shut up.
Someone was asking me the other day, where does Tim Duncan fall kind of in these, like, street debates on the GOAT? Like, is he...
I mean, GOAT is crazy.
Is it more just, like, best, center?
Power forward.
Power forward.
It's among... I mean, I'm obviously biased. Obviously. Extremely biased.
A little bit.
Among the... It seems like it's pretty consensus. He's, without a doubt, like a top 3 power forward of all time. And it's pretty normal to hear people say he's the best power forward of all time.
Okay.
Like, I think Kevin Garnett said something like, it's me and him and nobody else.
Okay.
And Charles Barkley said he's the best. Shaq gives him crazy respect, and Shaq doesn't give any big man respect.
Yeah.
GOAT is crazy. There are really only 2 players in the GOAT combo.
Yeah.
Understandably. But Tim Duncan is he's arguably the best power forward of all time. And if you're talking, like, accolades, I mean, he won, I think, 3 MVPs. He won 5 finals, 2 finals MVPs. He was all defense like 16 times. He was all-star like 19 times. He's insane.
Yeah.
You have no idea. But kind of similar, honestly, a great shout by you saying that you have no idea how good Tim Duncan was. That's literally going to be Jokic.
Yeah.
People are going to be like, I never saw any clips of him, like, dunking on people.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, that's not... You don't need to dunk on people if you're putting up 30, 13, and 10 a game in, like, your 10th NBA season.
Yeah.
Like, he's unbelievable.
Yeah. No, yeah. Legitimately, I think maybe because of the way he carries himself and the fact that he's kind of not this, like, charismatic person,
Mm-hmm.
I do think he may get washed away a little bit in the stream of entertainment and how I mean, yeah, you could say Anthony Edwards might be the reverse of that, of, like, he's so entertaining and he's so cool and he's like that it kind of inflates what he's actually doing on the court
100%.
just a little bit.
Yeah, he's still a really good player for sure, but the aura points that he gets raises the perception of him as a player a lot.
For sure. And, I think people will remember. They won't easily forget Ant. You know, in 20 years, to be like, remember when Ant played? You know, his dunk on what was it, Gobert, whatever.
Yeah.
People are gonna remember that.
Well, they're on the same team, so it probably wasn't on Gobert.
No, it was Collins.
John Collins.
Collins. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that won't get washed away anytime soon because I was sick. But yeah, Jokic. I mean, it's kind of boring what he's doing now of averaging a triple double and the way that he plays basketball. It's just consistently good. Good. It's consistently the best.
Yeah.
So it's it's ridiculous. But
that's really all the NBA.
Okay.
I had to say that because it's a quiet like superstardom that he has, and I got to give it some respect.
Oh,
unbelievable.
We have to do that on this podcast.
Yeah,
we have to give people their flowers. Have to. Okay, that was NBA. Is there any like NHL news that you?
Not big news because football is so good and basketball has been fun again. I haven't followed as close. The Stars are like second. They're doing good. It's kind of what you've seen from the Stars for a while.
Okay.
I think they're the only NHL team to be top 10 in offensive and defensive efficiency right now.
Okay.
Which is good to hear as a non-puck knower.
And it's a long season too.
Yeah.
So we'll probably tap into that more later. College basketball, I have not watched any. A&M.
Did you see the game the other night?
Mm-mm.
They won. They beat up on a no-name. I forget who it was.
Okay.
Ruben Dominguez set a program record.
Did he have 10 threes? I saw something about that.
He had 30 points, and it was on 10 threes. He only made 3-pointers.
Well, that's a good sign.
Yeah, he was going.
Hopefully, it's so early in buckyball, and I mean, heck, McKenzie. I don't know how to say his last name. Mbako.
Yeah.
I
think that's how you say it.
He's not even really. Is he in?
He played for 4 minutes in this last game.
Okay, so he's still getting acclimated. It's so early, so there's not a whole lot to really say or criticize or anything like that about the team. But yeah, I'm interested. I'll probably pay more attention after conference play, especially after football kind of finishes out. If A&M, usually we're not in this position because usually it's like, okay, A&M has this game and then we get put in a bowl game. And this season it's like we got a lot more football.
Yeah, we do.
Coming our way.
5 more wins.
Just 5 more.
Well, 6 if you count the conference championship.
Yeah. Can you imagine? What would we be at that point? We play
16-0.
Quarterfinals, semifinals,
national championship.
16-0. There have been 16-0 team. Now there could be a 17-0 team now. No, there couldn't be because if you're undefeated, you're most likely not going to be put outside the top 4.
Unless a group of 5 team goes undefeated, wins their conference, still doesn't get the bye, and then goes and runs the table.
I want to see it. Yeah, I guess that can't be possible this year because there's no undefeated. But 17-0. Okay, then let's go to Week 14 preview. I have a ton of games written down. Some of them we don't even have to say that much for, but it's just rivalry week. So all of these games are just going to be kind of fun to keep up with. And honestly, some of them are just hilarious to think about because preseason we were talking about these games being like, this is going to be so pivotal at the end of the season. And now it's just like
nothing.
Both of these teams are not even bowl eligible. Speaking of that, let's just start with one of the teams I was looking at that was going to be super pivotal. And now both of these teams, I don't think either of them are bowl eligible. Maybe one is. And that is Clemson at South Carolina.
South Carolina is officially bowl ineligible.
Okay.
And I think Clemson, they are. I think they're 6 and
It might be.
6-5.
Let's see. Oh, I actually can't look it up because my phone died, and I have no hotspot now.
I'll look. I think they've won 6 already.
Okay, so they're already bowl eligible.
Yeah, they're 6-5.
Okay, Clemson already bowl eligible. South Carolina.
What?
This is just for bragging rights. You're gonna have to write down my pick for this game if you don't mind.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I write them all down every week anyway.
Okay. Who are you picking?
But for our next pod too, I'll count up our regular season totals because I've done every week for both of us.
Okay, I have not. Yeah, I really haven't. I had a sheet that I was keeping track of everything, and I stopped. So I'm interested to see that at the end.
You want to start, or you want me to start?
Let me think. I think I'm gonna go Clemson.
Okay. We're already disagreeing.
You're gonna go South Carolina?
I'm going with South Carolina.
Willie Bryce.
I think they're gonna do it.
You think they're gonna?
I think.
You think they're gonna pack that game out? Probably.
I bet. Yeah.
I hope
they
so.
still will.
It's a rivalry game.
But it's at Clemson.
I have it at South Carolina.
Oh, you're right. It is. It is at South Carolina. Yeah, I think they're going to pack it out. I think no team in the country has had a tougher slate than South Carolina, most likely. Maybe OU, but they've had it rough. I think they're not going to see anything they haven't already seen physicality-wise. Definitely not. I don't expect Clemson to be as physical as these other teams they've had to play.
I like
Rivalry,
that.
Shane Beamer, I feel like has enough juice to get him up for this. This is to avoid 3-9. I don't know if you understand if this makes sense, or I guess 4-8. 5-7 feels way better than 4-8.
It does. It does.
I think that's I could see them getting to 5-7, winning this game.
It does, because it's like, oh, you're one game away from playing in a bowl game. 4 means it was like it wasn't even close. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going South Carolina.
Okay. I like that. I do like that pick out of you though. Let's see. Let's go to. We'll just stay on the like.
Let's do the bad ones first.
Okay.
Try to get these bad ones.
Florida at Florida State.
Oh my God. This better. This is the classic tweet of this should air on Cartoon Network at 3 a.m.
Yeah, Nickelodeon.
Oh my gosh.
I am going to go. So yeah. I'm gonna go. Man. I'm gonna go with. I guess I'll go with my ACC champion.
I like that. I was hoping
Florida
you would
State.
do that because I'm going the other way again.
Okay.
I'm
I
going
did.
Florida.
I really wanted to pick Florida.
I'm going with Florida.
I just got to stick with my.
I think the fans are still into it because of the hope of getting Lane Kiffin, and it's a home game for them. I think they're going to get it going. Florida State is fighting for bowl eligibility.
I did not know that.
So they're 5-6 right now, and I mean, I know we all saw Florida State week 1 or whatever week 1, I think, not week 0. Yeah, week 1 against Alabama.
Mm-hmm. I think it's week 1.
So they're capable, but man, it's way different now than it used to be.
Yeah.
I'm going to choose to believe that. Did you see? You probably didn't. Mike Norvell is officially staying for next season.
I did see that. I saw that on ESPN.
I'm going to choose to believe that means that he doesn't care as much. He's not fighting for his job anymore. So maybe he doesn't care.
Okay.
Even though I think that's a ridiculous statement to make and I don't actually believe it.
Yeah.
Picking, I'm going to choose to believe that.
Okay.
So I'm going Florida.
I like that. Okay. We're kind of out of the funny ones. We're going to go to. We'll just go to one that I think I know who we're both going to pick. Indiana at Purdue.
I'm going Purdue.
Say what?
No, I'm kidding.
Okay. I'm going to go Indiana.
Yeah, I'm going
Shocker.
Indiana as well.
Let's go Georgia at Georgia Tech.
I I was so excited for this game
Yeah,
4 weeks ago.
I know. This is your ACC runner-up, and it was really looking good for
Yeah.
11 weeks of the season.
Yeah, I think Georgia Tech just ran out of juice.
I think so.
I mean, Georgia can totally afford to lose this game. It would impact their playoff seeding, but it really has no effect on them other than that.
Yeah,
But I think Georgia still gets it done.
I agree. I think Georgia gets it done. Now, it gets really wonky if Georgia Tech wins this game because they would be 10-2 with a win over Georgia. Do you think that gets them anywhere near the playoff?
Oh, I doubt it. Unless because they're out of the ACC championship contention.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't see it.
They would have to get an at-large bid, and they would be probably trying to get it over Notre Dame, over loser of Big 12 championship, which would either be BYU, which would most likely be BYU.
Mm-hmm.
Now, or Tech, I guess, and then
Yeah.
Miami. Who else would just be an at-large?
Texas, potentially.
Texas.
OU is going to be at large.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think it happened.
I don't think it's
Recency bias is real. If they would have lost 2 of their first 3 conference games and then gone on a streak and ended it non-con with a win against Georgia, it'd be a different conversation. But they don't have that. So
yeah, which just I feel like it really incentivizes teams to schedule their really, really tough games at the beginning of the season.
Yeah,
which they already do. So there's not really. But to schedule a really hard non-con, I guess nobody does it. But I'm sure that's not because of that reason. Okay, let's go to Ole Miss at Mississippi State.
Ooh,
You think anything?
this is fun considering the Lane Kiffin stuff.
It is, and it's in Starkville.
Mississippi State fighting for playoff or bowl eligibility. Definitely not playoff eligibility. Bowl eligibility. They're 5-6.
Do you think anything freaky happens in Starkville?
Okay, I'm gonna. This is kind of lame. I'm gonna do what I did with Georgia Tech last week. If my life depended on it, I'm picking Ole Miss. Luckily, this means absolutely nothing. Because I said Kiffin to LSU, Mississippi State winning plays into that narrative. Home game, bowl eligibility, Kiffin leaving, I'm picking Mississippi State.
Okay.
That is not me being like, I know ball, this is why. It's literally just, I'm doing this for pure entertainment.
Okay.
I'm picking Mississippi State.
I'm gonna pick Ole Miss, but
Idiot.
I want Mississippi State
Oh, yeah.
to win. I really do.
No, I'll take the loss. If Ole Miss wins, I'll count it as a loss like I did GT. But I really want it to happen. But Blake Shapen, there's no chance, I don't think. We'll see. But
They played Tennessee close. I mean, the A&M game could have gone
it's close for
a certain
30
way.
minutes.
I really think Mississippi State. I think they're good. They beat Arizona State at the beginning of the season, so I genuinely think that and it's a rivalry game, so anything can happen. So I'm really excited. I think the lineup on ABC is Ole Miss, Mississippi State. I'm trying to remember the middle game because then it's Texas and Texas A&M. It's not Ohio State, Michigan. I don't think.
No, they play Saturday.
They play Saturday anyway. What was the middle game? I think it's Alabama and Auburn at 2:30.
No way.
I think it is. I'm just gonna be camping out on ABC all day if it's that.
It's Georgia Tech.
It's Georgia Tech. I mean, still that one. I'll be watching that one anyway. But yeah. Well, okay. Speaking of Alabama Auburn, let's move on
Come on.
over there. You think anything is going to happen down in the
this
Plains?
is another one that I want so bad. Similar. I mean, fighting for bowl eligibility. Auburn's 5-6. I love DJ Durkin, so I'm cheering for that. Dude,
man.
hold on. If I pick Auburn and Mississippi State and it somehow happens, that means A&M is in the conference championship even with a loss.
Jeez.
I
they would play Georgia?
love for this to happen just for DJ Durkin. Yeah, they would play Georgia.
Gosh.
Just for DJ Durkin, I would want this to happen.
It would just get so crazy, too, because
Home night game, Iron Bowl.
Alabama would have 3 losses.
They would be out of the playoff.
And, yeah, that'd just make no sense. That'd make no sense.
Oh, dang. Do I do it again, even though I don't believe in it?
I'll pick Alabama.
I'll pick Alabama.
Okay.
I can't do all my picks like joking and totally mess up my stats.
Okay, what do you think is more likely?
I think
Mississippi State or
I actually
Auburn?
think Auburn winning is more likely than Mississippi State winning. Just because I think Auburn is
agree
better
with that.
than Mississippi State, but
I think I agree with that, too.
definitely. But I'm still going the opposite.
Let's see. We're going to we'll go Arizona at Arizona State. I don't really have any beat on this. I'm going to go Arizona State.
I'm going Arizona. We're going opposite.
I like it.
I love it.
We'll get a winner.
Sam Levitt, done.
Oh, I forgot
So,
about that.
I'm going to go Arizona.
Forgot about that.
It's going to be a good game. Let me check the spread.
On Jeff.
Ooh, 1.5 point spread. This will be a game.
It's a good.
Wait, this is Friday.
Is it?
Yeah, at 8 p.m.
Man.
So this is after A&M Texas.
Oh, so we're not. Yeah. I guess we'll
Kind
catch
of.
the tail end of
We'll
it.
catch the second half.
Yeah. Hopefully, I'm
going
in
to
a
go
good
Arizona.
mood. Ohio State at Michigan. You
This
think?
is crazy. This is a big one.
Ohio State has not won, I believe, in 5 years.
4 years.
4 years. Okay.
This would be the 5th straight.
This would be the 5th straight. That blows my mind.
Yeah. See, here's a more real analysis other than just like I'm just picking for fun. I really do think it could be a close game. At the
I
end
do
of the
too.
day, I don't trust Michigan's offense enough. So I'm picking Ohio State. But I think Sharon Moore, it's a home game. It's at Michigan. Sharon Moore, this is going to be the best defense Ohio State's played all year, except for maybe Texas. And against Texas, I understand it was week 1, but they didn't do 2. I mean, they put up 14 points. Got enough to win. That's all that matters. But I think they could limit what they can do on offense. So I'm going to pick Ohio State, but I don't want people to just totally overlook this game.
Yeah.
I won't be overlooking this game.
I'm going to pick Ohio State too, but I think we might need a K-Boss breakdown
Oh, yeah.
after this game. Hear how.
Oh,
his
God, I
thoughts.
hope Michigan wins.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see. Let's see. I'm trying to think if I have any thoughts on this one. Ohio State, they have looked the part of the number 1 team. We have talked about it. They have been our number 1 in the Sports Dude Top 25 up until when we started just going off of the college football playoff rankings. College football playoff rankings have had them at number 1 all season. The only thing that people can say about Ohio State that's, I guess, negative is just they played Texas at the beginning of the season. They won by 7 points. Texas has not looked like they've just been inconsistent in some areas, and so since then Ohio State has beaten Washington at Washington, and that's pretty much it. I don't know, their quality wins I think are Texas and Washington. Now all of those games they have won by, I think it's like 30 plus points, and they've held each of their opponents to, it feels like, single digits. So they have beaten inferior opponents by what they should be beating them by. But rivalry game on the road at Michigan. Michigan, I mean, they're always going to have talent. Bryce Underwood, he's been a freshman quarterback. He's been a new guy developing this year. I feel like. Is it Nick Mullins? Nick Mullins, is that their running back? Does that sound? I think that's their running back.
Isn't it Bo Jackson? I'm so serious.
I think one of their running backs is Bo Jackson, but I think Nick Mullins is their other guy. That's the guy who I was trying to remember.
It's not Nick Mullins. Nick Mullins was a quarterback.
Can you look it up? Because this has been bothering me.
Yes. There's no way it's Nick Mullins.
I think it is Nick Mullins.
Cedric Mullins.
Cedric
Mullins is the center fielder for the Baltimore Orioles. Hold on 1 second.
I can't. I would try and look it up, but
Their leading rusher is Bo Jackson, and then James Peoples.
Did I just make that?
Nick Mullins is a quarterback. You're thinking of a quarterback.
I wonder who their running back was last year. I'm trying to think of.
Fabian Henderson and Quinshon Judkins.
I'm talking about Michigan.
Oh,
yeah.
See, that makes so much more sense because I was like, "What?" There's no chance.
There's the disconnect there.
Yeah, I was like, "What are you talking about?"
No.
Michigan, you're probably right then. So I was like, "I know it's not Ohio State." Nope, there's no Nick Mullins for them either.
Who are their running backs?
Jordan Marshall and Justice Haynes.
Justice Haynes. I don't know how I confused the two.
They rhyme. Justice Haynes, Nick Mullins.
Nick Mullins. Yeah.
Nick Mullins.
Justice Haynes.
Nicholas Clayton Mullins, a.k.a. Nick Mullins, is a quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars. He played for Southern Miss, breaking Brett Favre's school record for passing touchdowns.
Yeah. Didn't he also play running back for Michigan? I think it's this year. Also part-time running back for the Michigan Wolverines. Anyways. Yeah, I also have Ohio State winning.
Yeah. Also, Michigan's on a 5-game win streak. If they win this game, they're 10-2 with a win against the number 1 team in the country. They're currently ranked ahead of Texas, so they would be an at-large team. Their only losses are close to OU, who's looking like a playoff team, and fairly close to USC with some trash time points, and a win against the number 1 team in the country.
I'm smiling right now because I don't know. Do you think it's this year specifically? It just like there's so many teams that are on the bubble that are in or out, but they're legit. Like I don't know. I say legit brands. Like they bring in all these athletes, so they're good teams. But do you think it's just a result of the 12-team playoff, or like I feel like this season in particular
I think
too?
It's both.
Okay, yeah,
100%.
I think this season is a little special in the sense that, Ohio State is the number 1 team and it has been the number 1 team all season, but I don't know, like Indiana, A&M, like all these teams, it's like any of these guys. I mean, they feel like pretty complete teams. So it's it's hilarious that you say that, but no, Michigan legit could get into the playoff.
If they win this game, I think 100% they're in the playoff.
And I haven't thought about Michigan being in the playoff
since before OU.
Yeah.
And you still weren't even thinking. I wasn't even.
I wasn't. I don't think I've spent 1 second of the season being like, dang, Michigan could make it into the playoff.
Yeah. I firmly believe if they win this game, they're in the playoff. 5-game win streak. Their defense. Ohio. It's going to be just because Texas was week 1. They're the best. I'm going to say they're the best defense that they've played up to this point. This would be crazy. This would be chaos. Ryan Day would be coming off a natty, heading into the playoff, still maybe having a bye if they win the Big Ten championship. And there will be, if it happens, a small group of people that still want him fired.
Yeah, I was about to ask, do you fire Ryan Day if he loses this game?
Oh my God! They almost did last year.
I know.
Before the playoff that they eventually won.
I know. It's just
I'm excited for this game.
I am too. Yeah, it's just a lot of fun games this weekend. Some of them have no impact on playoffs, but Ohio State, Michigan. Let's see if there are any others that we want to cover. Oregon at Washington. Washington kind of like they're solid. Fringe top 25 team. You see anything happening there?
I don't think I do.
It's a rivalry. It's a legit rivalry though. I don't think they like each other at all.
It's probably at Washington.
It is at Washington.
Also, looking back now, Oregon versus Washington in the 4-team playoff, having a rivalry game in the 4-team playoff.
Yeah,
That's electric.
I didn't even think about that.
I'm going with Oregon.
I'm also going to go with
I'm
Oregon.
seeing where the game is. It's got to be at Washington. Yeah, it's
It
at Washington.
is, yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking Oregon, but that's just another one I'm excited to see.
Yeah. Oh, this is a one that we definitely should cover. Vanderbilt at Tennessee. Ranked matchup.
Ooh.
Vanderbilt is fighting for, another team that's going to be fighting for an at-large bid. It's in Neyland too.
Dang. Tennessee's 8-3.
Yeah.
At Neyland. Dude, if Vanderbilt wins this, they're in the play? We're saying this for like 20 teams. And I
Yeah.
believe it. But
There's only
9, they'd be 10-2. They'd be 10-2 with a 3-point loss to Texas and a close loss to Alabama. At Texas. They're already ranked ahead of Texas, so even if Texas won, I don't think Texas jumps. I wouldn't think because Vandy would be 10-2 and
Mhm.
Texas would be 9-3. Ooh, they're
Yeah.
playing for a lot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Tennessee. You can only have so much chaos, but I really don't know.
Well, I was thinking of the matchup. So Tennessee's offense, very, very explosive. Vandy against Texas, that was the problem, was that Texas got out to such a big lead, and then Vandy's not really built to.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They Texas defense was good enough to hold them. Tennessee has a very explosive offense, though.
I'm gonna bet Chris Brazil receiving yards over.
I guess if you would have gone Vandy, I would have gone Tennessee. I'll go Vandy because you went Tennessee.
Okay, I respect that. That's another one that feels kind of like just a pick 'em.
Yeah.
Tennessee is barely favored, but I really think it's just the home factor.
Mm-hmm.
The money lines are almost the same.
Yeah. Virginia Tech at Virginia. Virginia, ACC championship berth on the line. At home.
If somehow Virginia Tech lets James Franklin on the field, I'd pick Virginia Tech. I don't think that's allowed, so I'm going Virginia.
Yeah, I'm also going to go Virginia.
Also, I'm looking at this, man. The line opened at a lot higher for Tennessee, and it's closed. People are betting Vanderbilt.
Mm.
I would not be shocked. I'll go Tennessee just because, but it's gonna be close.
It's going to be real close.
But I am going Virginia over Virginia Tech.
Okay.
Virginia Tech did show signs of life though against Miami last week.
They did. They played them close in the first part of the game. For sure. All right. Okay. I'll just rapid fire these last 3 games. Miami at Pitt, Houston at Baylor, Utah at Kansas. So first we'll go Miami at Pitt. Think anything's happening there? Pitt's playing for an ACC championship spot. Miami is playing for an at-large bid.
What would this put Miami at?
I believe 10-2. Yeah, I know.
This is crazy. This is gonna be such a fun weekend.
Because you have, we're just talking about potentials at this point, but think about all the 10-2 teams that there could be.
It's really just for Miami. Which Carson Beck are you gonna get?
Mm-hmm.
There's
At
no
Pitt,
way
too.
to know. Pitt, I'm gonna go Miami because Pitt thrives in these high scoring games. Their defense, it's their offense that's gotten them where they are, and I trust Malachi, Tony, and Carson Beck and Rodriguez and all of them enough to stay strong in a back and forth game. So I'll go Miami.
Okay. You know what? I'll go Pitt. I'll ride with my Panthers
Oh yeah.
just for some chaos.
I'm gonna also for the next one. I'm gonna go Houston.
Okay.
Did you watch the Houston game this last week? Or see it?
I saw it the first half. I didn't see who won. Did Houston ended up winning? TCU.
On a heartbreaker.
Mm.
Houston got the ball down 3 with like 2 minutes left, deep in their own territory. Wigman on third down had a dot across the middle with some yards after catch, and then Wigman immediately had like a 35-yard rush. Got them to, with no time left, they had a chance to tie it on like a 38-yard field goal. Wide
And he
left.
missed. Oh, that's terrible.
Wigman looked very unhappy, understandably so, on the sideline.
Heartbroken. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'll also go Houston.
Okay.
I don't believe in Baylor. And then what was the last one I said? Utah at Kansas. Utah. All right. That's all I got.
No, it's not. You always do this.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Every time.
It's because I don't. So when I'm writing the games down, I don't put it at the top because I'm always going to put it at the bottom, and then I forget to put it at the bottom. So, yeah, I'm putting the computer up. Yeah, I forgot. We do have one more rivalry game that we have to talk about.
It's a little one. It's a little important.
Yeah, Texas A&M is going down to Austin to play the Texas Longhorns. And do they have a name for the rivalry?
The Cotton Holdings not Red River Showdown.
The
Lone Star Showdown.
Lone Star Showdown. That's what it is. To play in the Lone Star Showdown.
Presented by Cotton Holdings.
Presented by Cotton
We'll get sued
Holdings.
if we don't mention that.
Yep.
They bought those rights.
Yep. What are your thoughts?
Oh man. It is so nice to not have the season right on this game. Like compared to last year, in order to keep the season alive other than a bowl game, we needed to win. And if we won, then it also means SEC championship and all that stuff. I couldn't sleep that week. And it was the first one back, so I know there's more, drama surrounding because of that. But it is so, like, I will be living and dying with every snap. I will be so locked in and cheering so hard and wanting to win so bad. But, man, the worst case, having A&M in Week 12 have their worst case scenario mean not having a first-round bye, that is insane.
Yeah.
I
guess, and you don't go to the SEC championship.
Yeah, which sucks. But
yeah.
I feel so much better right now. Like, it's so good for my mental health to know that there's something still in December. There's still meaningful football to be played in December, no matter what happens.
For sure. Kind of interesting. Maybe, I don't know if I talked about this last week, but I feel like I think there are kind of 3 big things that you can play for in a season. And maybe I'm moving. I think you move the goalposts, right, depending on how good your team is.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if you go undefeated in a season, that's one of those things where it's like, to be honest, even if we went undefeated and then it was like BCS, we lost the national championship. I know you lose national, but it's still like undefeated season. There's still kind of this element of like, not obviously like 10-2. You would also be like, this is a very successful season, but it's just like that's a season that I'll remember for a very long time, even if we were to lose the big one.
Mm-hmm.
Undefeated season, winning your conference championship, and then winning the national championship.
Mm-hmm.
I think if A&M wins if they win. Or if they beat Texas, lose the SEC championship game, and then like get a couple of like maybe one win in the college football playoff, and they lose maybe in the semifinals or something like that. I don't know. There's a part of me that's still like, this was a season where we won the SEC or went undefeated, whatever. And then if we were to lose, I guess if we lose to Texas, don't go to the SEC championship game. and obviously win the national championship. That's the other
Dude,
option. I mean, that's
that wouldn't even be a thought in my mind.
right. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I still feel like an undefeated season. This might be a hot take. I think an undefeated season is just as good as a SEC championship.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't think I can say it's as good as a national
No,
championship.
that's what I thought you were going with. That's why I started shaking my head.
No,
Yeah.
But yeah, going undefeated and maybe losing the SEC championship game, but still getting in the playoff, that's yeah. I don't know. It's my take on it, but my thoughts going into this game. Already said, Arch is playing really good football right now. This is still the same Texas team, though. Still the same kind of inconsistencies. Arkansas's offense is really, really good, but I think you saw with a running quarterback how much, and I'm not talking about Texas defense specifically, but it's, again, exhibit, however many of how a running quarterback changes the way you have to play defense, with read option being something you have to take into account, with gap integrity, with Colin Simmons. He can't get up the field, right? Because Marcel can just get past him and then go. He can't go too far upfield. So it really kind of tightens what you have to do on defense. With that being said, I think A&M's offense has been, there's just so many weapons that not everything's going to be clicking every single day, but complementary football, whether it be just on the offensive side of the ball or the defensive side of the ball, seems like there's a lot to work with. I think my biggest, the thing that I will be watching is Texas Arch specifically against the secondary. Are the wide receivers going to catch the football, first of all, and can he make enough just great plays to, win the game? Because A&M's offense versus Texas' defense is still really, really good. But I think over the course of 60 minutes, A&M is going to score some points. Whether that be more than 24, I don't know. Whether that be more than 30. But then on the biggest question mark for me is, has this offense reached a new gear for Texas to where that they can score more points than an offense that's been pretty consistent throughout the season against a defense that is the best third down defense in the country, is able to get after the quarterback on third down because of the way that they're able to play on first and second down. And can Wingo, can Mosley, they're going to have to make big plays. And can Arch get them the ball? I think that's going to be the thing for me about this game.
Yeah, big time. The path to a win, in my mind, for Texas, obviously there's a lot of factors. The big thing for me is, can they get the ground game going? Because some statistics show that A&M's been fine, like average in rush defense. Others show they haven't been very good. And I would say that I've been frustrated with the run defense more than anything. That's probably the biggest weakness of this team. And Texas hasn't showed to be very strong in that category, but I feel like if they can get that going, you'll have to respect the ground game, which really gives Arch and the receivers an opportunity to do well. So I think Texas has to have the ground game work well. I think if Texas can't do anything on the ground, I really don't see a path to them scoring a ton of points or enough points. They'll still put up some because there's talent. But really for A&M, I feel like just trying to limit turnovers. Like you saw, everyone said it, the South Carolina game. It was two totally different Marcels. You had the best Marcel you've seen all year, and you had the worst Marcel you've seen all year in the same game. And so I don't think it'll be either of those. I don't think you're going to see him one-up his second-half performance, and I don't think you're going to see him do much worse than his first-half performance. But I really think it's going to come down to Are you safe with the ball? Not like you refuse to take shots or try to create explosives or anything, but do you move the ball efficiently, and do you like just limit the mistakes and the shooting yourself in the foot? Because I think that's the biggest way A&M's offense can lose them the game is just by something dumb. I mean, you've seen it plenty of times, and in this grand scheme of the game, it doesn't matter as much. Like LSU, you have the ball at whatever, second and goal from the 4, and you throw an interception. Like that kind of thing cannot happen. And you saw the same thing against South Carolina, where you're set up for a first and goal from the 6-yard line or something, and you throw a pick. It's like you can't have that happen. You have to take advantage of opportunities. And they've been good. They're like, what, top 10 in the country in red zone scoring,
Yeah,
I think
so.
So you just got to make sure that you don't give anything away. But I think the trenches are huge in this game. Texas O-line has improved as the season's gone on, but I still really like what A&M has on the D-line and Cassius. They're just so deep, and there's so many of them. You know, like you can't double one of the guys because you can't double Cassius because you'll have Tyler Onyedum or Albert Regis in the middle creating chaos, or Rylan Kennedy, or you miss a linebacker stunt and you have Torian York or Damian Sanford or hopefully Scooby Williams if he's okay.
Yeah.
Coming in there. And so, Texas O-line's going to have a tall task. I really do like A&M in that battle of the trenches. I trust A&M's offensive line, but this is going to be the best D-line they've played all year. Most likely. Yeah, probably.
Who, Texas? Probably Ohio State.
No, A&M's O-line.
Oh, best D-line that A&M's played.
Yeah. Missouri's up there. Auburn's up there, but I still would take Colin Simmons.
I don't know. It's funny. Florida is probably up there.
Yeah.
But you factor in all of the stuff going on. Yeah, maybe like individual personnel. That's interesting. D-lines. Yeah, probably, because Notre Dame's, they've had trouble getting with the pressure and stuff. I think Colin Simmons is definitely the best edge rusher that they faced all season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm curious, too, to see. I mean, we don't know what their linebacker room is going to look
Dylan
like.
Stewart, but... Sorry.
Their Texas linebacker room?
Oh, with Anthony Hill.
Because Anthony Hill's questionable.
Hurt
and, Ty Anthony Smith has to miss the first half for his targeting late in Arkansas. So he's going to miss the first half. If Anthony Hill either can't go or can't, go the full game, like his normal load or whatever.
Yeah.
That's big. That's a big change.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that plays. Because they have Trey Moore, who came to Texas from UTSA as an edge rusher, and they kind of converted him to a linebacker.
Yeah.
Like that tween. But we'll see how he does. I'm not an expert on scouting players, but I don't think he's like an elite coverage guy. So that could change a lot across the middle in the pass game for A&M. That'll be interesting.
Yeah, and I feel like the secondary is for Texas' secondary, they against Arkansas didn't look like they were on the same page. And then who am I thinking of? I feel like they also got, I don't know. There were a couple busts in coverage against Vanderbilt. I'm interested to see Texas DBs versus our wide receivers.
Yeah.
I do think anything can happen in these games. I do think if you look at it on paper, Texas's wide receiver room has maybe a little bit of an edge. Yeah, you were kind of saying it. With the run game, with Texas' run game, it's going to be interesting to see if they can get it going. I think if they were able to get it going, it would be a big anomaly for the season because they haven't been able to do it they weren't able to do it against Georgia. Against Oklahoma, it felt like it was individual plays by Weisner, whether it be a hot route where he just throws it out in the flat and then he makes some moves. but just in between the tackles running. That's why I kind of said I feel like it's going to end up being Arch throwing it, and wide receivers have to make plays. Because, and again, anything can happen. It hasn't happened this season, and so from what this team has been kind of saying all season is we've had trouble running it, and so I just kind of assume that it's going to be similar this game, and if Arch is able to make enough plays with his arm in order to open up the run, then that's how it's going to happen. But yeah, I am. What's the spread? Do you know?
2.5.
Wow, 2.5. Is it 2.5 A&M?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it hasn't moved at all.
Wow.
It opened at -110 for 2.5, and it's current. And it is Monday, so this line came out on 2 days ago, but it is still -110, 2.5.
You know what? I'm gonna give you some money. I'll put money on A&M.
Okay.
To cover 2.5.
To cover 2.5.
Mm-hmm.
Here, I know I'm putting you on the spot, and this is impossible almost to get right. Do you have I want to hear a score prediction. That'll give me an idea of how you think the game's gonna go. Kind of game script type.
Okay. Game prediction. I'm gonna go. Texas A&M 38, Texas 28.
38-28. Okay. So you're taking the over also. You don't have to, but that does.
I am thinking there's going to be
51
points
and a
in
half.
this. Yeah.
That's what I don't have a strong take on it. I'm trying to think through it right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I think points with A&M's offense, points are going to happen one way or another.
Yeah.
And maybe that just also means that the other team will get points. That's happened a few times. I think you can only limit A&M's offense so much. What's the least amount of points we've scored this year?
Auburn.
16.
16.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Outside of that, though.
I know.
I mean.
44.
41, 44, 48, or 49 for LSU.
45 against Arkansas.
Points are going to happen.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go. Ooh. Dang, this is tough. I'm going to go 0 field goals. I don't think Mike Elko attempts a field goal with how it's been going.
Sure.
So I'm going to say 35. So 5 touchdowns, no field goals. I think Texas gets a couple field goals. I'm going to go 35.
I think they will definitely get field goals. Their kicker's insane.
31.
What'd you say?
35-31.
35-31, okay.
A&M wins this game.
You think it's going to be a little...
I almost picked Texas just because my preseason, how it went, picking the Arkansas and Missouri, and that ended up fine by staying true to that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take the blame if we lose. That's probably the reason why if we lost. But,
for sure.
But trying to be real about it, I do think A&M has an edge. I think it's going to be a fantastic game.
Yeah.
I think the stars are going to be out. It's a rivalry where anything can happen.
This is the first time it's happening in Austin, so it's the first time Texas fans get to see this rivalry back on the field, which is kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. But
yeah.
I trust Mike Elko. Just his whole mindset, it seems, around being process-oriented. Did you watch today's
I haven't
conference?
Yet. I was actually going to watch that after this.
I know, I could be reading into it too much. It did seem like there was a bit of a different... He wasn't saying anything different. He seemed pissed off. Maybe something had just happened in his personal life or something, but he was very short and very just no joking. He didn't make any of his normal couple of jokes.
Yeah.
He also was asked about Craver and Owens' availability, and he just goes, "Those guys are awesome. I love those guys." Like, obviously, just tongue in cheek, not gonna say anything, which was funny. Everyone else laughed.
Yep.
But he didn't even crack a smile after it. He was like, "Those guys are awesome." Next question.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, we can hypothesize
Yeah.
all we want. My thing is I think for him, I think he understands the necessity of the media. I think he sees it as like the circus, in the sense of like, y'all are just trying to entertain people. I'm trying to win football games.
Mm-hmm.
And when I think it comes to Texas week, he knows the circus gets real loud and real starts to spin, and he sees all the guys in the room and they're trying to get him to say something. But I think his job is to get his players to win football games, and he knows that when the circus gets louder, it's harder for his players to play and win football games. So maybe this is just my take on it, but maybe for him, he is so locked down because he knows that everyone
100%.
wants him to say something. They want to make a big deal out of it, and he is trying to turn that volume down and say, this is obviously, we know it's not, it's just the same. It is a different game or whatever, but what you want this to be is, we hate these guys. Yeah, just all of the stuff, and for him, he's like, no, it's trying to win a football game. So
100%.
That's my take on it. But yeah, I do think, I've already said my prediction, but I do think A&M wins. I do think that they are they have been the more consistent football team this year. Texas for sure could win this game.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's really, like you said, it's really nice this has no impact on postseason play.
Like, I'm not losing sleep. Maybe later in the week I will, but, and again, obviously I want to win so bad, but it is, you mentioned moving goalposts and stuff. Every fan does it for their team. No one is innocent of that. But like the whole like Super Bowl talk, it's so nice whenever you're like, I don't have to make this my Super Bowl right now.
Yeah.
Like, if you're sitting there and I don't think last year was Super Bowl talk, because it was like your conference championship hopes, playoff hopes.
Yeah.
Everything was on the line. So that became your Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
It became such a big, it was a big game for us.
It was, it had to
Texas.
And now it's just totally flipped. Texas has to have this game in order to even be considered for an at-large bid. And if they don't get it, they don't get it. They're going to be playing in the Alamo Bowl or something. So it was our Super Bowl last year. There's this year. Emotionally, I definitely prefer this side of the coin.
Yes. That might be an understatement. Yeah, and that's how you kind of, there's always the big brother, little brother stuff. But, if you have a couple of seasons like this where A&M goes into this game, they're cruising. If they lose, it is what it is. Obviously, you still are going to want to win the game. There's just the feel in the locker room, the pressure. You're allowed to play a little bit more free, but still focus. And you do that a couple years in a row, and I think you do, like, the guys, the culture. You don't make this your Super Bowl every year. Like, it's a rivalry game. It means a lot, but it's not this little brother thing, right? Of we never win this game, we have to win this. Instead, this is a rivalry. This is legit. Two good teams, we're gonna fight. It's it's equal. So I think that it's good.
Close out. Say one nice thing about Texas. Not like, oh, Arch, I believe in you. Like, just say, here, you want me to start to give you an idea of the type I'm thinking of?
Okay.
I respect Michael Taff.
Okay. That was very nice of you to say that.
I respect Michael Taff. He has a cool story. There was a quote. He was interviewed today, and he was asked about Marcel Reed, and he was like, yeah, I met him whenever we did the Sonic commercial, And I went into it and I really wanted to dislike him, but it was just impossible because he's a really nice guy. I really like Marcel. Like,
That's funny.
you started as a walk-on, you became an All-American. This is your last year. I hope you get knocked on your ass 1,000 times on Friday, and I hope that you get picked up and you know that you're okay.
Okay, that's a good one. One nice thing. I guess, okay, I'll be legit. I do think Colin Simmons is the best edge rusher in the country. I think that's...
No, I'm kidding.
Because I'm trying to think of who else.
He's really good. Also, I really liked what he had to say after the Kentucky game.
Where he was like, team. It's
Yeah.
a team. Yeah.
He corrected Sark.
Yeah.
Respect.
Respect.
Unless we lose on Friday, and then it's
Yeah.
all out the window.
And then he sucks.
Then I'm calling in hits.
I
You ready?
did not like what's his face last year, the tight end.
Oh, I hated
Gunner
Helm.
Gunner Helm. I almost said Gunner Stockton. I was like, that's not him. Gunner Helm.
Yeah, there's some funny
I
stories
don't like that
about his
guy.
personal.
We're an anti-Gunner Helm podcast. You will never be allowed on these airwaves.
He had a really bad drop. He's on the Titans. He was undrafted, signed with the Titans. He had a really bad drop against the Texans 2 weeks ago, and I laughed. It made me happy.
Sorry, Gunner.
Amari Nyblack revenge game also.
It's true.
That's
Yeah, and yeah. Josh Stewart, sure, revenge game.
Stewie.
He already got his revenge though.
He did.
So
More than once.
yeah, he doesn't need it.
There we go.
All right.
Rivalry week.
Who do you
Enjoy
think,
it, guys.
Who do you think Jim's going to be cheering for in this game?
Don't say his name. Don't say his name.
He's going to watch this game.
Did you see him he was at the Georgia game in Athens on the sidelines?
I did not see that.
And he left early.
I did not
Right,
see
there's
that.
a video right after the onside kick of him just walking away, and he left the game.
Oh, he left early?
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me. He does usually leave things unfinished. Yeah, I wonder who he would cheer for in this game.
Michael, here, this is a narrative we're not talking about. Michael Early needs this. Michael Early needs this game.
Yeah, this does impact baseball
Yeah.
for sure. All right, good job. Happy Thanksgiving
Happy Thanksgiving,
to all
guys.
these listeners. What do you think they celebrate in Singapore during this time? Thanksgiving? Probably not Thanksgiving. They're not.
You know what Thanksgiving is.
I
right?
know. They're probably not thankful for anything over
Evil-giving.
there.
It's
Evil-
just
Anti-giving, yeah. I don't know what is a Singapore holiday? Singaporean holiday.
Christmas,
Yeah.
Kwanzaa.
Yeah. Do they celebrate it like in June?
You think they're 6 months behind us?
Because the hemispheres do they celebrate, like, do people in Australia celebrate Christmas when it's like sunny?
I think it's always sunny in Australia. So
Or like
maybe.
when it's like really hot?
I don't know.
Because is it like flip like that?
I don't think so. I think they're only like a day behind or ahead.
I always thought the seasons were different. And it's like cold now.
We'll
and hot.
research.
And I know their toilets flush differently. Like it's like
yeah.
there's like clockwise and
Maybe.
counterclockwise.
I'll research. I'll come prepared next week. I should have had this ready.
Yeah. People listening from Singapore, please let us know what you're celebrating this week.
Yeah.
Because we're celebrating Thanksgiving. So, yeah. We will be back next week. And yeah, we love you guys.